an extra writing implement handy.
Although,
okay,
I am prepared for that to happen more.
So can you see
Hey, Alex.
the boys?
So can you see the boys? So can you see
Oh boy. Okay, so I have to mute.
Oh boy. Okay, so I have to mute. Oh boy.
Twisted up.
Hello, hello, hello. Yep. I feel like the goal is like how much reverb can we make?
Today,
Well, I can hear you. Do I need to do anything right now? Okay.
Hello there. Thank you for sticking with us. Sorry about the delay, everybody, but welcome to A Little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvador Sabraca, and on this channel we play a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. You might notice that we have a whole new sort of layout and a little bit new structure. Now my players get to stare directly into my eyes, and I get to stare directly into theirs. Our wonderful producer, Michaela, is to my right. You can't not see her. And all the things around us are nice and colorful and whatnot. The logo for the channel is right under us as well. And you can see just to the to my left, the right of the screen, are the players' names. And just under me is my name as well. You will probably be able to notice that our wonderful friend Jenna is not here. She is enjoying her nice, splendid time over in the West Coast. She's on vacation, and she will be joining us next week. So we wish her happy fun times and all that kind of good stuff. So we'll see you very soon, Jenna. That being said, there shouldn't be too much of housekeeping stuff. However, the next time we are back in, we might also have a couple more new things, perhaps like a battle map, a little bit of a video kind of situation going on. If we get into combat tonight, my apologies, I do not have that camera set up yet, but that's the next plan. So hopefully we'll have options for that next week. If not, then the week after. We're trying our best to make as many different options as possible for the channel. So yeah. Before we get started, let's do another real quick sort of introduction situation. I will start with myself. My name is Salvador Sabraca. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the Dungeon Master here at A Little Dicey D&D. This game is entirely homebrew. It all comes from right up top in my head. So if you're not familiar with some of the names of places or people or gods or things or whatever, don't worry. We're going to be getting into that, and you'll be able to have a nice little spot in our story in time, I'm sure. So that's it for me. Garrett, if you'd like to introduce yourself as well.
I'm going first this
Yeah,
time. All
yeah.
right. I'm Garrett. I use he, him pronouns, and I play May O'Malley. May's a golden dragonborn. She breathes fire, and she is tough as nails. We don't know a whole lot about her, so I'm not going to get too much into her past yet, but she's awesome. She's pretty great. Got a prosthetic left leg.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Matthew?
I'm Matt Kassan. I use he, him pronouns. I play Misha, the chronologist. He came from High Wreath Academy, which is sort of the prestigious arcane school of the land, and he's been sort of tasked with protecting the other adventurers here by one of the department heads or inquisitors of High Wreath Academy. So far, mixed results, but he's doing his best, trying to stay alert. You know how we do.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. Sir Jamie?
I'm Jamie. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Donnie, who's a gnome artificer, member of Foundation, which is sort of a criminal organization. Donnie's looking to rescue his partner Ophelia, who's been taken away into the woods, and on a larger scale is looking to just take down the man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Beautiful. And last but not least, Alex.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex. I use he, him, his pronouns, and so does my character, Luxian. And I just realized I haven't... Should I say Luxian's nickname?
Sure, if you'd like to. Go for it.
Yeah, so Luxian's name is Luxian of Luxian Eloquent, but his nickname is Luxian the Alchemist, which I don't think I've mentioned on the stream before. But Luxian is a life domain cleric, has an interest in questionable fields of research to expand his knowledge of the healing arts. But we are actually right on the doorstep of, big reverb.
Yeah. No, not that. So PC Audio Direct, go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Yep, the slider. Beautiful. Cool. Is it all the echo on everybody?
It was just his.
Just his. Good to know. Well, Alex, goddamn. All right, we'll try just Alex. Good to know. Well, we will do our best. Yeah, definitely turn the audio direct down a little bit. Hopefully that will do it. Alex, go ahead and give us a little test real quick.
Test 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
Do. Alex still reverbing, y'all? Keep going, Alex. Just give the people some hard reverb.
How does a bastard?
So reverb, just quieter.
Well, we
Okay,
can't do
sick.
that. That's copyrighted.
We can't do that.
if the VOD gets taken down, I can't do clips on Instagram.
Okay, so good call, y'all. Good call. Do. Why don't we?
You could always just kill him.
We could just kill him.
Then
Very true.
For the audio that we're picking up in the stream, is it coming from both the PC directly and that speaker, do you think? Like some of our mics are picking up that speaker?
That's entirely possible, yeah. That shouldn't be the case, though, considering the way the settings work on Discord. But yeah, no, you're right. Turn off PC audio direct. Yeah, mute it. All right, Alex, give us some more.
Hello. Am I still reverbing? Do I still sound like shit?
Keep going, buddy. Keep going until we get a.
Still talking. Still
Good,
sounding
awesome,
like shit.
sick. All right, time. Beautiful.
Did it.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
fixed it.
Remember when we said we weren't going to have too much housekeeping?
Yeah, usually we don't. Just kidding. We literally always do. It's a work in progress, y'all. But I think all that being said, Alex, you know what? Why don't you just give us a reintroduction of yourself, just in case, and then we can get into the game proper.
Should I turn him back up?
No, don't turn that on at all. Thank you, Miguel.
Somebody said I should be a little bit louder.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so that's the problem now, because I had him fed directly through, but
So I'm just gonna have to speak up now.
Yeah, he's saying okay, it's just quiet.
it's just quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just be. Oh, actually, I know what to do. Go into Discord.
Kill him.
We're gonna murder him. Yep. We're gonna go to the settings cog just on the bottom left. Yep, right there. Open that. Go to voice and video. Yep, and then output volume on top right. Yep. Just bring that motherfucker over. Keep going. Stop. Alex.
just keep doing it.
What the fuck is up?
Start talking like a normal human being.
Hello, I'm talking like a normal human being that is playing Dungeons and Dragons with some of his best pals ever.
Keep going, buddy.
Saying other things about other people and doing other things. Words, yeah.
Keep going, buddy.
Words
You have
are
to
cool.
keep going.
Words are fucking cool.
He sounds good. All right. Fuck yeah. Finally. All right. Sick.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So go ahead and bring
Adverb.
Spotify and. Yep.
A
Perfect.
reverb.
All right.
Present
well, sounds good to me.
participle.
So, Michaela, why don't you give us some mood music and you want to hit the play button? Go for it. Awesome. And then give me a little bit more volume on that. Bottom right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice. All right, y'all. Okay, now we have to fix the Discord thing. So go back onto it. Yep, go back onto Discord.
Right.
Beautiful. Now hit the X on the top right. And now we should see Alex's beautiful face. Awesome. Now bring Spotify back to the front. All right. Hell yeah. Amazing.
I was so excited to play D&D, and I'm not even sure I won.
Oh, yeah. Now I just want to fuck around on the internet. Yeah. So good.
This is why we should have just stuck with Zoom.
No, fucking Discord. Okay, cool.
Jenna was right the whole time.
Yeah, she's so right. Hilarious. All right, so I think we're ready to go, y'all. So before we begin, players, do you guys have any questions? No. All right, Alex, you all set, buddy? Alrighty, gorgeous. Well then, when last we met, you all had finally begun to rest in the glade that Tira Woad had left you in, after laying your fallen companion Roscoe into the earth. Most of you had a decent night's worth of sleep, others waking on tops of ponds after having strange encounters in their sleep. Nevertheless, you all began to move forward in hopes to make your way further south to Whisperhold, the capital city of Scyther, where Tira Woad had invited you to congregate before you headed out in search of the Eternal Halls. On your way, you had realized you were being watched as you traversed the Whisper Wood. After being convinced that you all could possibly aid them, 2 goblin brothers revealed themselves and inquired to you all about possibly helping their tribe with a rather unfortunate circumstance. The speaking brother, Moonhand, claimed to be a follower of Imoon, and explained that their tribe's chief, Grey Thumb, had discovered some sort of fruit nearby their network of tree homes. After forcing the rest of the tribe to eat and cultivate the fruit, eventually 2 twin ogre-like creatures that Moonhand called Fomorians were seemingly enticed by Chief Grey Thumb to guard the garden of mysterious fruit and keep any of the tribe from running away. Many of the tribe have already fallen under total control of the fruit, but according to Moonhand, there are yet others that can be saved. After some tense discussion and some unnerving premonitions, you all agreed to follow the goblins to their tree homes and attempt to do something to possibly relinquish the hold that Chief Grey Thumb and this mysterious fruit have on this goblin tribe. You begin to move in a tangential direction from where you believe Whisperhold lies, towards an encroaching threat. You follow the goblin brothers eastward, and do your best to keep up. I would like everyone to make survival checks with advantage, as you are being led by denizens of this forest that know where they're going.
22.
22.
15.
15.
8.
8.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Well, you all do your best to keep up. We'll roll for Taj. Natural 20. Easy.
Sounds
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, this game's easy.
First roll of the night.
Yeah, no problem. You all do your best to keep up with these goblin brothers. Moonhand is surprisingly the less dexterous of the two of them, as his brother begins to make his way, just swinging from tree to tree, leaping in between the brush. There really aren't any vines. This isn't necessarily a jungle by any means, but Moonhand's brother begins to just sort of swing from branch to branch, using his momentum to carry him forward as Moonhand really kind of sets himself, makes sure he's set, and then begins to leap forward to follow after his brother. The rest of you, try your best. You're staying on the ground, correct?
I was planning on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
I can't really go in the trees.
Right. Taj is going to attempt to climb up into the trees. You can't tell me that Taj wouldn't be doing
No,
this.
you're right.
Yeah. Acrobatics. Acrobatics. That is going to be a 20. Taj very deftly begins to leap up into a small branch, up once more to another, and then sort of grabs on to a higher branch, swings themselves around in one loop, two, and then launches themselves forward until they grab on and kind of slam just a little bit into a larger branch, help themselves up, and you can see they're now standing just beside Moonhand, who is sort of a little aghast at their abilities. Moonhand sort of looks down at the rest of you. Is Copperhead Languages still up at this point?
Actually, Luxian ended up casting it.
Yep. That was the one. Let me check how long it goes for.
Lasts, I think, 10 minutes.
1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, got it. I would say at this point, it's coming... Actually, no. You would cast it at the beginning of the interaction with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I would say no problem. You all, for the sake of brevity, it's translated. Moonhand turns to you all and says, keep up as you can. My brother, a lot faster than I am. Pebbletoe, do slow down. And the brother just sort of turns, and without speaking, just sort of sets himself, waiting for you all to catch up. As you begin to traverse the Whisperwood, every once in a while, Misha and Donnie, you pick up small noises here and there that just sort of turn your attention away from you just for a moment, and it's almost as if as soon as you turn away and you turn back, your companions are even further away than you remember, and that sort of urges you to keep as close as you possibly can to all of them. I would like the two of you to make perception checks for me.
Great roll. It's been too long. I don't know what my
Maze
stats
just
are.
crashing through trees, bushes. Just no attempt to avoid them. Just
Sure.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty 20.
That's a dirty 8 for me.
It's perfect.
Nat 8, baby.
Yeah. Misha, you're doing your best to stay focused on the task at hand and making sure, because it's kind of freaking you out every once in a while where you turn and you look back and they're even further away from you. You focus your whole effort on simply keeping an eye on everyone, and you just sort of begin to ignore whatever is going on around you just to make sure that you stay on task.
Is it a definite sound, or is it more like the feeling that somebody's there?
It's more so the feeling that somebody's there. It manifests mostly in every once in a while you feel like you hear like rustling or something, or like some sort of a creature like cawing in the distance. It's many things, but it's always as if something is nearer to you than you expect it to be. And when you turn, it's not really anything there. And when you turn back, it's almost as if it's impossible how far away your companions have gotten. They're not like gone.
Yeah.
It's just I only looked for a moment and now they're 50 feet away from me. That's insane.
Yeah.
And so you're focusing your whole effort on keeping up with them. Donnie, you hear what sounds like intense wind and creaking of wood, more so than the usual sort of midnight breeze that always seems to perforate these woods. It's almost as if an extraordinarily strong burst of force leapt forward just to your right and caused the trees to bend in your direction. And you instinctively turn and you swear you see the silhouette of some sort of humanoid-like creature, almost sort of leaning, holding onto a branch with their legs just sort of perched on one of the tree trunks, just sort of in your direction. And it's almost as if the trees bend forward to cover them, and as they sway back, they're gone.
This place sucks, y'all. I just want to say that. I just saw something up in the tree. This place is freaking me out.
So the two of us are a little further behind at this point.
Just a little
because
bit,
of the
yes.
distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you noticing this?
Yeah,
Something is really weird.
I saw something just now. It was up in a tree.
Taj sort of notices that the two of you are trailing a little behind, and they stop and they turn from above in the trees and they look down at you and say, "Are you going to keep up?"
There are like time abnormalities here or something.
Shit's getting weird up here. There's something I don't know what's going on.
I haven't noticed anything.
That
What do you
doesn't
see?
surprise me.
I saw there was some kind of creature up in the tree that was moving really fast.
Yeah, we're following them.
No, it was someone else.
What did they look like?
It's humanoid. I couldn't really get a very good look at it.
Moonhand,
Moonhand stops.
are
Yes.
you familiar with weird shit here?
You could say that, yes. 'Tis the Whispering Wood. Lots of things are weird here.
It seems like every time I hear something, I turn around and you are much further away. It's easy to get lost here, I guess.
Yes, if you're on a path that is tumultuous, the woods, they seem to know and like to play tricks. Most of the time it's harmless. Little cumbersome, but not harmful usually.
Who is they?
The Whispering Wood.
They is the wood.
You're saying the forest has a consciousness?
You could say that. It's a bit more mystical, I suppose.
Well, I did make this horse, so I guess I can't say that's entirely out of the realm of possibility.
I don't suppose we have 10 minutes?
What would you like to do?
That was a rhetorical question. I assumed everyone would get mad at me. Taj would definitely get mad at me, right?
You can see Taj just sort of arms crossed, their sort of foots, tapping on the branch.
I think we should probably just keep moving.
I walk over to Donnie. I give him Gift of Alacrity. I touch myself. I do the same.
It's a bonus on initiative, right?
Yeah. I say, I need you to help me pay attention.
Do my best.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay.
What's the bonus on that?
It's a D8 to initiative.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Nothing. I buffed us.
He just
buffed
cast,
us.
He,
Yeah.
he just cast a
Yeah.
gift
On everybody.
Just the two of us. Yeah.
Taj looks at you just disappointed. Taj actually has no idea what's going on.
Correct.
Right, so are the two of you continuing to attempt to stay with the group and everything like that? You're not looking into this ominous appearance? Just checking.
Yeah. I think we should probably just keep moving.
Right.
Most of this talk has gone over May's head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's a very concrete, like, what's here, what can I do?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if May and Lux would hear the conversation because you said we were kind of separated.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, you guys would definitely know what's going on, yeah.
I'm aware that people are talking.
Can I? It's only 30 feet. So, I guess Lux would ask Misha and Donnie about how far away would you say within 30 feet did you see these figures?
How far away was it?
Hard to guess, maybe 40, 50 feet.
About 40, 50 feet.
How conveniently just out of the reach of my detect good and evil.
Oopsie doopsie.
I mean, if he didn't whatever it was didn't stick around for very long, or else I maybe could have tried talking to it, but
It was moving quickly.
yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to assume that something or someone is watching us on this journey, so we should proceed with caution.
Yes.
Luxian, quick question. You are pretty sure that Tira Wold is an elf, right?
Yes, all of the Tiras are elven kind.
Definitely not human, right?
Yes, that is what I said.
Okay.
Why? Because, like, when you describe Tira Woad,
Uh-huh.
he definitely had pointy ears.
Yep.
It's the only physical...
The only true. Yep.
Uh,
No cultural differences.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Only way to tell.
But, yes, I'm pretty confident my family has served him for quite a very long time. I think we would know if we were serving a human.
Possibly. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just keep an eye out then.
Yeah, this this place doesn't really seem to operate on strict logic, which makes me a little bit nervous, but just have to do our best.
I mean, not to brag, but I think we're all pretty tough. We can probably take care of anything that's following us.
I mean,
Some of us are tough physically. Others are tough mentally.
Oh,
so.
I wasn't excluding mental strength or like strength of character or whatever.
No, it's I understand what you meant.
We're formidable, all of us. How about that?
You are a wonderful addition to the team. Let's put it that way.
There's only one person I'm really worried about.
yeah.
I don't like that you both said that because I thought it was Donnie at first.
Can we get a move on? Taj speaks up.
Well, I'm more worried about who we might run into here, and that's Nemesio.
Oh, that's not who I meant.
Oh,
but
what
anyway,
did you mean?
let's
Okay.
let's go.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
We could walk and talk.
Sure. Yeah, you guys are moving. You can continue your conversation if you'd like. I don't want to stop you.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good.
Got it. Taj sort of swings down and lands next to you, May, and they sort of say, "I'm sorry. I feel like we never really had a chance to talk about what happened."
No, and that's sort of on purpose. If you want to talk about it, like, I'm here for you, I'll listen. But there's definitely a part of me that I kind of don't want to know. Just because I know we're all on the same side. I don't want to be put in a situation where I feel like it's someone's fault, specifically, you know? But I'm here to listen. I'm here to help. What's up?
Right. I wanted to check on you. You were Roscoe's friend. We were his friends too.
Yeah, I kind of figured the way you guys were going after that guy. I'm not even sure I caught his name.
His name is Nemesio. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a pretty conservative way of putting it.
I'm using two big words for me.
let me try that again. That's putting it lightly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but you're free to stay with us as long as you'd like, or I don't know. If you have questions or whatever, don't be afraid to ask, or I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. I just want to let you know that,
I'm gonna sort of like put an arm around Taj in like a comforting way. Hey, it's okay. I plan on staying with you guys at least until we get that motherfucker. But how did you guys run into him anyway? Like what led up to that?
Well, Donnie has a partner in crime, and her name is Ophelia, and she also is kind of my girlfriend. Kind of, I don't really know what we are anymore, to be honest. But all I know is I really care about her, and I know Donnie does too. And he captured her or something. I don't know. He knows more about it than I do. This organization he works for, Foundation, she's caught up in it. They were partners, and they were supposed to do a job. They were supposed to drop things off, and then Nemesio was there with like some other people, and they jumped them, and they took her, and Donnie got out, and he went to go get us, and then we did, and then we went to the Wormars, and then we were at the estate, and then he was there, and I couldn't... And then we lost Roscoe, and then Nemesio got away with Ophelia, and we're fucking 10 steps behind.
Well, it sounds like you guys are trying to do a good thing, and if I know Roscoe, I like to think I do, it's probably how he would have wanted to go, trying to do something heroic, and even though it didn't work this time, just destroy that guy. I'm talking like grease stain on the ground. And we'll get half of his soul back or whatever happened there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Alright, just, take care of yourself. Emotions are important too.
You do the same. I'm gonna go back up now.
Right, and I sort of like pull back my arm. probably was heavy on
They're
them.
strong. Okay. And Taj. Yeah, no problem. Gets back up, begins to make a move on and everything. You all travel for what feels like about an hour or so. Until eventually you see...
Can I make a point that Lux is going to be reading? Sorry.
Lux is going to be reading.
Yeah.
You want to try to be reading your book while traversing through the Whispering Wood and keeping up with everybody.
Well, we have the...
Are we not in the carriage?
If you want to be in the carriage, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Good to know. As you all are traveling through, you travel through for about an hour or so at this point. Eventually, you come upon a neck of this wood that is much, much more dense than that which has preceded it.
You just try to get rid of the card.
Yeah. And at this point, you see Pebbletoe, Moonhand's brother, just sort of hold his hand up, and he slinks down, and he gets in front of you all, and he just holds out his hand. And he points at the wagon, and just...
This is the most blatant
Yep.
DM.
Yep.
Get rid of this.
Yeah. It's me going, I forgot about that. And it should not have worked.
I forgot too. I looked at you like,
I know, I was like, yeah, Reed, what are you doing? No. And Pebbletoe just sort of... Well, you get an hour in. You can mark an hour off of your book. Yeah.
It's still got something.
Yeah. But Pebbletoe just sort of shakes his head, and Moonhand climbs down as well, and you can see his sort of thin, dark brown hair, bald spot, and everything like that in his tattered clothes. He just sort of... I apologize. Oh, at this point... And...
I'll just recast the...
I apologize. He says, unfortunately, it doesn't seem as though you'll be able to traverse with all of this equipment. However, if you stay close to us, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's take a moment. And he begins to gather as much over the course of a few minutes. So if you guys want to be doing other things or helping him out, him and Pebbletoe and Taj begin to go around and gather a whole bunch of fallen branches, leaves, bits of earth, grass, all these things to attempt to cover your wagon carriage as much as possible, and just sort of set it aside. So hopefully, when you return, you can, retain this.
Can I take a moment to listen to the wind and see if it's still trying to compel me?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
During this time, I'm going to be casting as a ritual Speak with Animals as well.
Speak with animals as a ritual. Gotcha.
I'll be helping build the camouflage.
Okay.
And then Lux is going to ask Moonhand about how far away are we from our destination.
How far away you at? You ask Moonhand how far away you are from your destination.
Yeah.
Okay. Moonhand looks at you and says, "It shouldn't be too much longer now that the wood has gotten thicker. That means, I'd say maybe 20 or 30 minutes if we keep up the pace. Shouldn't be too much longer. No, well, not many people traverse past this. It gets more difficult as you get further in, but then that is why we've set ourselves up out here, so we're secluded."
I do have a rather unique set of heavier armor that greatly benefits my ability to aid the rest of the group. I'm not sure if I should wait to put that on now, later, or put it on now. Do you think that we should focus on being stealthy at the moment?
I'd prefer being able to arrive without being seen or heard, yes. Although I also don't know how much time we will have to prepare. I suppose it depends on how deft we are when we get there.
Well, I've managed through several fights without it, so I'll wait and hopefully have an opportunity to put it on, but if not, I will figure it out.
What can it do?
I have rather unique abilities to give some of my own life essence to others to keep them from death, and this armor allows me to give that life essence without really giving my own life essence, if that makes sense. It's a large benefit with very little drawback.
Interesting. Well, if you can don it when the time comes, it will be very beneficial, I hope. For now, let's lay low. I've got to get back to setting up camouflage. And he begins to make his way through. You're helping May with...
I am May.
You're helping with the...
No, I'm casting...
You're helping, comma.
You're helping
May.
with
Got it. Misha is helping with it.
No,
No,
I'm listening.
Donnie
I
is
was
helping
helping
with it.
with
Got it. I know what's
helping?
going on. Someone's helping besides Taj. So Donnie's helping with Taj, Moonhand, and Pebblefoot. You're doing Speak with Animals. You are
Listening.
listening to the wind. Gotcha. What did you get on your perception check?
Natural 20
Gotcha.
for 24 total.
24 total. You take time to actually sit and close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you feel your own breath surround you. And it's almost as if you breathe beyond yourself. And you can feel the wind move about you, almost as if it is in tune with the rhythm of your breath. It still continues to urge you in the opposite direction. You complete your casting of Speak with Animals. I would like you to give me an investigation check. Misha, what do you do?
I use minor illusion, and I just create a tiny illusion of Woad in the palms of my hands, and I just stare at him.
Gotcha.
He is a him, right? Not a they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nuck and Soul are sort of amorphous,
Yep.
but he specifically used he, him pronouns when he introduced himself.
I got a 19.
19. Quickly enough, you go around and begin to gather a whole bunch of different supplies. Even with your small stature, you are still rather robust, and you grab as much as you possibly can. And you begin to move back towards the carriage. Go ahead and also give me a perception check.
Basically, I'm just trying to tell the horses, like, we'll be back, stay quiet, that sort of thing. Just, like, making sure they don't, A, try to run off, and that they know that we're coming back for them.
Gotcha.
Well, I got an 18 on my perception. Will there be room for Daphne to move through the woods up ahead, or no? It's fine if not. If not, then I'll basically just have her like stand guard with the carriage.
Yeah, it might be too difficult for Daphne to come along.
That's what I'm telling them. Like, all right, you guys stay here. Daphne's in charge.
And the horses just sort of cock their heads towards you. And like look at Daphne and like nudge their heads against Daphne. Yeah.
I give them a little pet on the snout.
They bite the fucking. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! I've worked on farms.
No, they're very very receptive of your affection. Donnie, as you are returning with your carriage, you look around and you've been helping her out for like maybe 10ish minutes or so, and you see May speaking to the horses. You see Misha just sort of staring at a tiny illusion of Tira Woad. Luxian is probably in the midst of reading certain things and whatnot. You see Pebbletoe and you see Moonhand as they are setting up. You do not see Taj anywhere.
Y'all seen Taj anywhere? I say to the others.
I was walking with them for a bit, but that's about it.
Lux is immediately gonna turn around and just give like an eye rolling, like, really? Again?
Is this something they do?
Yes, this is something that they do far too often, and it's about a 70-25% chance of getting us killed or being helpful.
There's a small moment where it sort of clicks with May that Taj might have gotten Roscoe killed from the story before and this. I think there's like a moment.
Gotcha.
But she doesn't respond.
Sure.
I'm busy doing something very important.
All right.
I guess Lux would do an investigation.
Investigation?
Or just perception, whichever one was
Well,
more
what
applicable.
would you like to attempt to do? What are you trying to garner?
I guess, we know that they were right there, so I guess investigation to see, like, footprints?
Sure, go for it.
Moonhand and Pebbletoe are still here?
Yes, they are just sort of like confused as to what's going on. They sort of dropped and have finished setting up the camouflage, which actually I will. Looks pretty good.
A fucking 4.
A fucking 4. You look for at least like 2 to 3 minutes, like really intensively. The last place you saw them, I mean, Taj is a very, very slippery person. Like when they don't want to be found, they can certainly make that happen. Don't really come up with anything. You do your best to try to think, and the last time you remember seeing them was when they went off to go grab supplies for camouflaging the wagon.
With my speak with animals still on, one of the things that I can do is like ask them if they've seen someone. I think.
Sure, I mean you can talk to them.
Yeah. Are there any animals around for me to talk to?
Go ahead and
besides
give me
the
a perception check.
Dope.
Oh, but maybe the horses hustling we didn't.
How about a 2, baby?
A 2. In your immediate vicinity, you do not notice any sort of rodents or anything like that around. You're uncertain as to, how far out you would have to go to, like, go try to find some sort of a creature. Maybe not that far, but you'd have to venture out a little further or deeper into the thicket to attempt to find. I mean, you literally have 3 horses, one of which is a mechanical creature, 2 goblins with you, a whole bunch of people in general.
Yeah,
You're a giant dragonborn. Not a lot of creatures travel through here, and so you probably get the assumption, even, I mean, with your instincts and everything, you have a good idea that like things are probably staying clear of you all.
Yeah.
Luxian, can I have a word, please?
Of course.
I kind of eyeball the goblins, and I kind of like a head nudge over this way, and I kind of walk just a little bit aside, not too far.
And Lux kind of like, I think Lux kind of like, he knows what this is going to be about, but he's like, oh, okay.
Do I still feel this sort of distortion in time, by the way?
Now that you've stopped, you don't really feel it too much.
Okay.
It was mainly when you were moving about.
Okay. So, the only reason I agreed to come here is to make sure that more of us did not die. And now, Taj is just gone.
Yes, but to be fair, you haven't known Taj for as long as we haven't. Granted, I haven't known them, for that long as well. But when I tell you that this is not out of character for them. Think about when they went to the Longhouse.
Well, my concern is not that it's out of character for them. My concern is that they are my priority. And if we go trying to kill goblin chieftains and Taj is in by themselves in the middle of this crazy wood, this is not what I signed up for.
Yes, but unfortunately it's a conversation to have with Taj. At this point, we just need to find them. Where we go from there is irrelevant at the moment, but we need to track them down and get them back here. And I agree, I am constantly worried for their physical and mental well-being. However, there's only so much that we can do.
I think we need to wait for a few minutes at least.
I agree. Staying put until we hopefully can locate them. I think that would be best. But there's also kind of a deadline on our quest. And Taj is very, very capable when needed. But again, there's only so much that we can do to protect them and keep them from danger. I've literally watched Taj jump headfirst into a trap that we knew was there and could have been avoided.
But they're fine.
Wait, what?
It's just like, it's just a weird like, but you know, they're fine.
They've also almost killed me on more than one occasion. But
okay,
what are we gonna do?
Okay, what? One more question. I'm really getting mixed signals from the universe here. Are we sure that these? And I kind of like head nod. Are we sure that they are? I mean, you should be able to at least tell if they are Imoon worshippers, right?
I mean, so they say. I can't imagine why they wouldn't be, or...
Don't you have, like, secret handshake or something?
You know, the iMoon secret handshake.
The
and password to the clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's not like a cult.
Are you... Wait a second. Are you sure it's not like cult? You don't get together and, like, say secret phrases to secret beings?
Sacrifice goats? No, unfortunately not.
Well, now I think you're being insulting to cults.
I mean, cults are very interesting, don't get me wrong, but...
Misha, you feel a little tug at, like, your sort of jacket on the side, and you look down and you see Pebbletoe looking back up at you, and just sort of like...
What is the rest of you becoming Pebblefoot right now?
He just sort of points in the direction of, like, the deeper thicket. And Moonhand speaks up. Brother, please, they're having a conversation. And he just sort of turns to Moonhand and... I know. What is the matter? We're still waiting on your companion. What is going on?
One of our...
Yeah, Lux is going to turn and ask them, like, this is not uncommon for them, but would you be able to track where they went? I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but we're still worried, and I don't think that heading into this encounter would be wise without our full strength.
Alright, give me a moment. Moonhand begins to look around. He has advantage because his brother is there. It's much better. Excuse me. Wow.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Both Pebbletoe and Moonhand begins to sort of search around on the ground and everything. And after about a minute or so, Pebbletoe, who sort of removed himself quite a ways away, returns with a small, like, sheathed blade, and just sort of holds it up.
Is that... I guess, like, investigation check, but is that the what's the name of Taji's dagger?
Widowmaker, I think.
Yeah, like I think, like Lux recognizes and assume that it's.
Does it look like
Taj's.
Taj's blade?
It looks like a dagger. It does not
Okay.
look like Widowmaker.
Yeah, it was quite a leap there, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
They would not leave Widowmaker behind unless they were like.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
We would have heard a struggle if they left it behind.
and that's what I was thinking of. Like maybe this is a blatant clue of like, oh no, Taj has been kidnapped.
Moonhand, you are a diviner, right? Can you scry on our friend, and do you have that ability?
I can certainly try. He sits down, he reaches into his pouch, and he places 3 what seem to be petrified teeth into the ground, large. They're bigger than the palm of his hand, and he slams them into the ground in the sort of triangle in front of him. And he reaches his hands out, and he sits down, and he mutters under his breath in Undercommon, if anybody understands. It's mostly just, the usual sort of arcane incantations. He opens his eyes, and there's suddenly sort of like a cerulean, effervescent blue. As he mutters under his breath, a moment passes. Well, wherever your friend is, I am unable to latch on to their essence. They seem to have refused my scrying eye.
What do you mean refused?
Do you have this ability to scry, divine?
No.
When a creature who does not wish to be seen has enough will to resist, they can do so.
Does that sound right to Misha?
I swear
Make
to God,
a,
if Taj is charmed again, I'm going to lose my mind.
Make an Arcana check.
They always do this.
Yeah, and I wanna suss whether I believe like the whole thing. Like it looks like he scryed, and I believe,
Also insight check.
Okay. So my first roll was a 17.
So
yes,
scrying is within the cleric spell list, but it's a level above. It's a 5th level spell, which I could technically use with my ring. So like, would I know that?
Know what? That a creature can resist a scry?
Yeah, like basically could verify like, yeah, this is the description of the spell and what could happen.
I would say that you are familiar with the idea of the spell. You've certainly never cast it before, because I know what level you are, and I know the possibilities of your ring, and I know that you couldn't have cast it any time before you were a certain level, and you haven't cast it since you've been the level that you're able to cast it on.
Yeah, I've never cast it.
So I would say that you know the idea of the spell, you don't know all the bits and pieces of it, so you're uncertain.
I
Misha?
got a 17 Arcana followed by a 4 Insight.
Firstly, on the 17 Arcana, I mean, it's entirely possible that is how the spell works. You know that items can be created like scrying orbs, which they have at the academy. That's why it's so easy for them to find people and whatnot. That mode of spellcasting makes total sense for a lot of different spells. That you can attempt to do something to a creature if the creature is unwilling, if they have enough will or strength of body or are deft enough to avoid it. Magic is not, always the way to go. You know what I mean? So it makes total sense that could be something that happens.
Yep.
Insight, it looked pretty fucking legit to you.
Yep.
So.
Cool.
Is this something that could be done against their will? Like somebody blocking the scrying outside of her just them resisting it?
That is possible, yes.
Now I'm a bit worried.
How far this spell that you just did? How far does it reach? Because if they are
I believe it is anywhere, so long as they still exist and I can break through. There is no limit, as far as I know, unless my moon has taken away this ability from me. But I doubt that.
And would they be able to tell that it's you specifically
No.
trying to...
Unless
No,
they had
so maybe-
some sort of ability to scry back to me, and they were able to break my will, then they can see me, yes, but no. If my scry fails, then it fails. They don't know any further.
Then
I
it may
believe
be
they
that-
might. I believe they might know that I made an attempt.
Can I take another look at this dagger we found?
Go for it. Give me an investigation check.
While this is going on, I feel like I eventually would have wandered over there just because, like, everyone's off over here. I've just been hanging out with the horses.
22.
22. You take a look at the dagger, and it's rather nice. Ornate. Can be, sharp, like it can be used for combat, but wouldn't make too much sense to really use it for combat. It's rather expensive. This looks more ornamental than anything. And etched on the side of it, you do see on the hilt, you see the word sunshine.
Have I seen Ophelia have this? Or, have I known Ophelia to have this dagger?
You recall that Ophelia always kept a gifted dagger to her that she never used. This looks a lot like it.
I think this is Ophelia's.
Meaning,
Well,
she and Nemesio came through here?
That would be my guess.
or did Taj... Because there was a moment during the fight where Taj was with Ophelia. Did it drop to the ground and Taj picked it up or something? Because I can't imagine why Nemesio would follow us here with Ophelia's
Nemesio
dagger.
was pretty far ahead of us. So, he may have passed through here at some point. And maybe, but...
Maybe Taj found this and decided to investigate, but it still raises the question of why wouldn't they take the dagger with them?
I don't know.
How long has it been now since they disappeared? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Maybe a little more.
It is not, as long as I've known them, it is not like them to just disappear without saying something first. I know they tend to go off and go rogue, but...
I can't imagine if she found a dagger, she wouldn't tell somebody.
Can anybody
Right.
can anybody cast Sending?
I'm just looking that up. I can, and Lux is gonna cast Sending.
Alrighty. What would you like to say, buddy? You get 25 words, I believe.
Where the fuck are you?
Where the fuck are you?
Where did you
And
come
just
from?
and just
Where
more
did you go?
more expletives.
Mhm.
Taj, where did you go? I know you like to do things on your own, but we need you back here.
That rhymed.
Nice.
Cool. Little song.
You hear in your mind, after a moment, I'm sorry. I saw an opportunity to follow Ophelia. I'm keeping my distance, but I'm going to keep track of them. Believe me, my cousin is with me.
So Lux is gonna convey that to the rest of the group and say, either Pirobode is playing God at this point, or Taj is hallucinating. I'm pretty sure it's the second one.
Who's Taj's cousin?
is Tirabode.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. I don't want to waste my spell slots, but also we need to. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use sending again.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Where is she going?
Yeah, we can't let them do this on their own.
Which direction are you heading? Is Ophelia with Nemesio? This doesn't make any sense.
A moment passes. You hear, I think I'm going south. When I got supplies, Woad showed me where they were. We are trailing them now. Go without me for now. I promise I'll be back.
So, I guess, can I do an insight check, like, to see it? Like, are they lying? Do they think this is the truth? And
You can you can certainly attempt an insight check.
22.
22. They seem desperate.
That checks.
Sending one more time
Okay.
to exhaust all of my goddamn third
Maybe,
level spell slots.
Do you convey what you're getting back with this?
Yeah, I would convey what's going on.
I'm gonna suggest maybe do sending to Woad.
But then I won't be able to communicate with.
Well, as a way to confirm that.
Just confirm that it actually is Woad that Taj is with.
No, if I do that, we won't be able to contact Taj again because I'll be out of third level spell slots.
Just a thought.
I mean,
Yeah, but I mean,
if,
what valuable information are we going to get otherwise?
If Taj is actually with Woad, then they're probably safe, it seems like. I mean, I don't know that much about Woad, but they seem pretty powerful.
Safe-ish. I mean, safer than they would be if they're not with him.
but she said that Tirwode wasn't with them. He showed her a vision.
Okay.
And
Well, Taj said my
Tirwode
cousin is with
also
me.
told us not to venture out into the forest because it will play tricks on us. So Lux is going to cast Sending again to Taj and say, Taj, it's the forest misleading you. You need to come back. We can't lose someone else. You'll need all of us to bring her home.
A moment passes. You get no response.
I swear to God, if Taj gets back to us alive, Lux is going to murder her.
Them.
Like, straight up.
Just because we've been saying her a lot.
Yeah, them.
Murder them. I apologize. I keep fucking up Taj's pronouns, and I'm so sorry.
That's all good.
Well, because we're thinking Jenna in our head.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well.
See, I would convey that, like, no fucking response, and I have nothing left. I mean, I do have my potion of arcane recovery, which would give me maybe one chance to send it again, but I don't think we're going to hear anything back.
Who has the bag of holding?
Luxian.
Luxian, you also have an item that I created for you guys a long time ago that would allow you to do something real cool if you did it right, but no one has ever brought it up or ever tried to use it. So maybe if you want to check that out, that'd be real cool.
Because Taj hoarded it and everything that goes on Taj's character sheet.
It
Anything
just
that goes on
disappears.
Jenna's character sheet goes there to die.
True.
Yeah.
But for the sake of brevity, I will say that it is in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So if Lux has the bag of holding, Lux would also know about it and everything. So if you want to look,
You do have a document with the bag of holding and the items in there, and you are on your computer.
I don't think that's in the document though, because
Oh,
I think
of
it went
course.
on Jenna's character
I
sheet
will.
to die.
I will bring up.
Why?
I will bring up Taj's character sheet real quick. One sec. And I'm gonna read this for the people watching because I think it's a really fucking. Phew, man, I'm dying. Cool item. Thank you very much. So.
We don't want to do players. We want to just
In the
go
mean-
fight giants. We can't spend the next 3 hours sitting here.
I mean,
Yeah.
story-wise, I mean, it's difficult because on a certain level, I think we probably would go try to find Taj, but on a metagame level, that's not really what we're supposed to do.
My concern right here is that the whole point of getting Taj out of here was so that Sal didn't have to
Right.
play as that during the combat.
No, but I also wrote this because I knew that it was going to be a conflicting thing with you all, which makes me happy. But this is the item that you guys have that you could use if you wanted. So Lux, you know about this if you want to bring it up because Misha's never heard about it, and neither is Donnie, and neither is
The
May.
only other person would be Taj.
Literally, only you know about this. It is called a limbo fragment.
I've been trying to get Jenna to show me this for like 8 sessions.
Yeah. This small, hourglass-like container holds a fragment of substance from the outer plane of limbo. The substance is constantly roiling between a solid mineral-like form, a viscous fluid, and a thick gas, and passes through one end of the hourglass to the other as it shifts. Anyone possessing the hourglass can spend 10 minutes in an attempt to expand their mind. Up to 4 intelligent creatures may attempt this ritual at one time. On a successful intelligence check against a DC 13, the mind extends beyond the will of the body, and the creature receives the benefit of a long rest. On a failure, the creature experiences great mental fatigue and suffers 1 point of exhaustion. A non-psionic creature can only gain the benefits of the limbo fragment once every 7 days, as the process is extremely mentally taxing even when successfully performed. A psionic creature has advantage on the intelligence check and can perform the ritual once every 3 days. None of you are psionic, so you get this once every 7 days if you'd like to try to use
Way
it.
to spoil my character background.
Oops. Oopsie doopsie.
So Lux could potentially use this to get some more sendings.
If Lux wants to bring this up.
Yeah, I think Lux would, as an act of desperation, and would convey, like I could use this. Also, side note, Matt, can you, text me the document? I know I had it somewhere, but I can't find it in the Discord.
No, I'll do it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think I would bring it up. I think Lux would bring it up, and kind of give the caveat, like I can use this, and potentially gain back my arcane abilities, but there's also the potential for me to become incredibly exhausted and practically useless for the next until I have a chance to rest again. But there's also the concern of, will they respond at all anyway?
I think, if you were to try it, I would maybe try to contact. If you trust Woad and you think Woad would be leading Taj in not into certain death, try contacting Woad and confirming the story. Assuming that the sending actually reaches the real Woad.
If the
Right.
option is possibly finding Taj quicker, or maybe being a little sleepy, I think my money's on do it.
If Taj is already... Well, first of all, have you physically taken this out of the bag? Because if you show Misha this, he's going to take 10 minutes and identify it.
I mean, yeah, Lux would take it out of the bag, and all of that makes sense to him. Fucking full send. Alright, we're gonna try to use it.
Alright. So, would you like Misha to identify it before you try to use it, or do you want to just sit down and just give it a go?
Could they do simultaneously, / would identifying it give me any benefit?
You wouldn't know until they identify it.
True. And also, yes, you could do it simultaneously. However, I would say that Misha would not be able to gain benefit from this if he wanted to, because he would be trying to identify it while you are using it. So anybody else can also be using it while Misha's identifying it, but Misha cannot do both at the same time.
I don't need to use it. Well, I don't know what it is yet. Just give it to me.
Well, Lux would explain it, but there's really no sense in several of us doing it at the same time, because yes, we all may be able to do it, but we also all may fail. So let's risk one person's mind at a time and go from there.
Do I have to do a sleight of hand check to tear this out of Luxian's hands?
I would say it would be
Sleight of hand.
It would just be a contested strength.
Okay. I mean,
I'm about to get him in a strangle.
Good thing we're both weak as
yeah.
fuck.
I mean, I'm just gonna try to take it from you because I'm growing very frustrated and impatient.
Spending a lot of time just deliberating.
I mean, are you gonna let me take it, or are we doing a resistance check?
Well, I rolled a 19.
You got a 19 strength,
Wow.
Alex? Okay, well then, I'm unable to take it from you.
All right, Misha. Misha goes to grab the handle of the hourglass, and as he pulls against you, Luxian, you just sort of pull back, and Misha, it falls out of your grasp.
Wow.
Let me use this.
Very,
Use this in the
very mature of you. Great job.
mature of me. You tried to take it out of my hands.
Guys,
gonna-
we have two pressing problems.
Yeah,
Can
let's-
we just do something?
Use the if you think this thing can give you your sendings back, then just do that. I say we talk to Wode, and if we can confirm Taj's story, then I think we're okay for the moment.
Okay. Lux is gonna use the shard thingy.
Alrighty. You take 10 minutes to sit down with the hourglass, and you place it in front of you and hold onto both of the sort of handles on the sides of it. And you close your eyes and you focus on it, and you all see the roiling essence of the far realm inside of it begin to morph and change faster and faster and faster until it is sort of blending through both sides of the hourglass at such speeds that it almost just looks like one object. One sort of thin line in the middle of it. This continues for minutes on minutes until the hourglass begins to start to raise in the air. Luxian sort of lets go of it and it begins to twist and turn clockwise. And it begins to spin even faster until, once again, it's just sort of a singular object floating in the air. And then it stops immediately at the end of the 10 minutes. Luxian, I'd like you to make an intelligence check.
Take a +5 from Flash of Genius.
Nice.
Oh man, can you give him a -5 instead?
Yeah, it's actually plus or minus 5.
So that'll be a total of 26.
26. You open your eyes and you feel your mind expand, and it reaches out for a moment and then comes crashing back into yourself, and you feel a little bit of fatigue for a moment, and you sort of shake yourself and you actually feel extraordinarily well rested. You gain the benefits of a long rest. However, you cannot use the limbo fragment for another 7 days. However, you get the long rest. Moonhand sort of approaches and says, I'm sorry, I don't understand what's going on. We've wasted a lot of time here. My people need help. If your friend hasn't come back, or if they're telling you, if you've been able to speak with them and they're telling you that they're fine, I'm sorry. We have to figure something out. What are we going to do?
We just need...
I apologize. They say they're fine. I promise they are not fine. Give me a few more moments and we can move on. But I'm gonna cast Sending again. This time to Tira Wode, if possible.
Okay.
And say, my lord, one of our companions says that you gave them a vision. Are you with Taj?
Immediately a voice comes into your head. Oh, yes, I'm with my cousin. We're on a fun little adventure, actually. I saw some of your assailants, and, Taj was out in the woods, and I decided to help them out. Don't worry. Good luck.
Can I
That
respond?
didn't sound like the one when we talked to them.
You can cast Sending again.
Motherfucker, dude. I'm half tempted to cast it again just to tell Taj, next time you do it, tell us, you fuck. But I'm not going to.
Okay, cool. Let's just go kill some giants.
Yeah, let's go fight some giants.
Moonhand just sort of... Yes. And then you see Pebbletoe also just sort of... And Moonhand sort of pats him on the head. He's excited.
As am I.
Right. Well, follow me. And they begin to, the two of them, wade into the thicket of the woods about you.
I will follow.
Alrighty.
Absolutely, gladly. With a spring in my step.
With gusto, you follow.
If Luxian allows me to take the limbo fragment from his strong masculine grip,
Yes.
I would like to just take it and just pocket it for now.
It's not even that he's strong. You just have little tiny baby hands.
What's funny is I actually rolled like a natural. I actually rolled a natural 18, but he just somehow managed to get a 19.
There you go.
Yeah, I literally just rolled an 19.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lux would hand it over to Misha.
Okay, I take it.
You pocket it.
Yeah.
You can add that to your inventory if you'd like. It should come up Limbo Fragment
Yeah.
as very rare. Alright. Well then, I need a survival check with advantage for everyone as well.
Well, there goes a die.
Don't need to do that with Taj. Taj is gone.
17.
17.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 15. Donnie?
14.
14. Alrighty. So, you all traverse further, slower at this point because of how thick the woods have become. But you stay on task and you keep your focus forward with Pebbletoe and Moonhand. And they move, letting you keep pace with them, stopping every once in a while to make sure everything's alright, and you continue to move forward. Until eventually you come upon a bit of clearing. The dark, sort of thicker part of this wood opens up ever so slightly, and you look about, and Pebbletoe holds up his hand to stop you, and Moonhand sort of turns and says, "Welcome to Gnarlroot." And you look about, and you can see the overgrown roots sort of cascading out of the earth below you that just envelop the rest of what you can see in front of you. These trees and their roots just erupt out of the earth, almost seemingly roiling beneath everything like waves. And you sort of instinctively follow the trunks upwards, and you can see dozens and dozens of makeshift homes sort of made up in the trees, bridges connecting each one of them, little tiny firelights of some sort of luminescent lanterns, not actual firelight, but some sort of emanating light from these small lanterns up top of the trees. You look around and it seems rather peaceful here. Not too much seems to be going on, but you can see now as Pebbletoe points into the distance a bit of a clearing. And there, hundreds of feet away, you see a sort of resting form of this extraordinarily large creature laid upon its side. Just mounds of flesh and muscle protruding from their back as it breathes in and breathes out in a steady pace, as a similar looking creature standing just sort of drags a massive club by their side, walking around, just sort of pacing with a singular eye off of one side of their face. You can see the rest of their face is sort of sunken. This one massive eye not cyclopean in the middle, but off to the side where it seems like it should be. Just sort of bright and yellow. Looks all around. This is just sort of walks around in a perimeter. Nothing else stirring in these homes in the trees. Moonhand says, "No one is out. This is a perfect time. Chief Grey Thumb will be around. They're never too far away from the fruit. Let us position ourselves correctly. Even though there are some under the influence of Grey Thumb, they should not interfere. I would be very surprised if Grey Thumb used them for fodder against you. If anything, they have great plans for our people. Well, as they would say, great, but they would not risk losing more numbers. Not with what they're planning. So, let us position ourselves quietly, and then we strike. My suggestion is strike quickly at the sleeping one, before the waking one can defend."
Hold on just a moment. And I don't know if, Sal, you forgot this, or this is an active thing. Did we not discuss waiting a day so that we can effectively prepare ourselves? I think diving head first, yes, we have the upper hand, but I know that I am ill-prepared with my spellcasting ability to effectively...
Well, you just had a long rest.
Did you not rest? I would say you would be able to re-prepare your spells because of your rest.
Shit, never mind, hold on.
No worries.
Thanks, God.
Moonhand sort of, if you can position yourselves correctly, and we act quickly, I'm sure we can get out of here in time to go meet your friend, if you're still worried.
So you want to slay the Fomorian first, and then find your chief?
I'm sure that when we assail them, Grey Thumb will be... he will reveal himself shortly, I'm sure.
Is he also formidable in battle?
Decently, but the Fomorians are what I'm most worried about.
Alright.
We shall see.
Do you have any other brethren who have arcane abilities like you?
No. Not like mine. There are some that are devout, but I am the gifted one. My brother, he is quick. He could probably get in and get out quickly, but I would prefer it if you stayed away. And sort of pebble toe. Just sort of bares his teeth at everybody. And he, Moonhand, I know. Do this for me, please. And Pebble sort of slinks away.
I go up to Moonhand and I hold out my hand and I kind of do it sort of, cautiously, non-aggressively. And assuming he allows me to touch him, I just say, "I really hope you are not fucking us." And I give him Gift of Alacrity.
That might translate in an interesting way.
I hope you're not having sex with us. Not.
I appreciate your aid. More than anything I do.
Let us make quick work of it.
Yes. Agreed. Follow me. And he begins to lead you about. I would like everyone to make stealth checks just to make sure.
Oh boy.
This'll go great.
Natural 20. This is a group check. Natural 20 for
okay.
Moonhand.
Good.
So that's 2 successes.
25.
Nice.
That's another success. I just need one more.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
16.
That's,
For
no
21.
problem. No problem at all. No one else even has to roll. Misha, unless you rolled and got a natural 1.
I did not.
Okay, then you guys are all set as you begin to set yourselves up. For the sake of brevity...
I gotta be so large compared to this town.
Oh, I'm sure. For the sake of brevity,
Huzzah.
Did you say you didn't have this? Did you fucking lie to us?
I did lie to you.
Bitch.
I don't. Oh no, I don't have a
camera.
I don't have a
Oh,
camera,
yeah.
but I have a map. So,
Okay.
Apologies to everyone watching that won't be able to see the map, but you'll be able to see our reactions and everything like that. But I do have a battle map for you. I will place the sleeping Fomorian.
He big.
He big. And the twin walking around the side. You guys would be coming from, well, it's irrelevant. You guys can place yourselves wherever you'd like on the map. I will pass you your minis, and then
Between the legs of the sleeping Fomorian.
between the legs of the sleeping Fomorian. That is impossible.
You said we passed the stealth check.
Yeah. For now, oh, there you are, May.
Yeah, I told you.
Where would you like to be? So probably like on the outskirts here. These are all trees. These are bridges. Anywhere between 50 and 60 feet in the air, given the tree. The Fomorians are on the ground. Okay. The brush around them is like thick like, natural fence around the garden in the middle that you can see.
So
With 2 C's and a Q.
2 C's and a Q.
So could I?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good save.
Thank you. I'm very good at what I do. Anyways, continue.
So is the awake Fomorian staying in one spot, or is he moving around?
He is moving around the perimeter of that the outside, in between the trees and the garden.
Is he going like clockwise?
Cool. Everything is
That's
falling.
just the
I
iPad.
love
We
it.
can even move that. We're not doing anything with it.
Sick. Sorry, say that again?
Is he going like clockwise?
Yep.
The direction he's facing right now, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And are we entering at the ground level, or have we entered such that we're like?
You're at the ground level.
Okay.
But as we're moving into position, I'm just gonna say, all right, guys.
I'm sorry. Guys, I'm gonna climb into one of the trees. I want you to attack right as the Fomorian goes under one of the trees. I'm gonna jump on top of him and see if I can't distract him while you go after the sleeping one.
I'm a little surprised you can climb trees, actually.
I'm very strong. I can pull all this up, man. Do it every day.
Alright.
100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups.
And a 1 kilometer run or 1 mile run?
Kilometer run.
Across it, yeah. Do you plan on ending this battle in 1 punch?
It's just one punch, man.
Can I estimate how much these things weigh?
Yeah, give me a fucking intelligence
Give me
check.
a math check,
Give
bro.
me a real hard intelligence check.
I mostly, if it's less than 500 pounds.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I meant to do that.
I got a 11.
Just toss her. You threw her.
You got an 11?
But I'm mostly wondering, like, if it's less than 500 pounds.
Less? Yeah, it's definitely more than 500 pounds.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
So they cannot be levitating.
So is that-
Yeah, your ass is in my screen. Yeah, it's so good.
Do you mind if we move this a little bit closer?
Oh yeah, go ahead and move it closer, you guys.
Lux is also going to cast Bless at 4th level to. I can give everybody but one person. You can roll a d4 and add that to any attack roll or saving roll.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out who not to give it to. Fuck it.
I mean, it's attack roll or saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm the only one. I'm not going to be making many attacks. Neither will you. So one of us two.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I won't get it regardless. So yeah, I'll give it to everybody except for Misha.
Yeah.
Is that we get that every round, or how long does that last?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, which it lasts.
On every attack.
1 minute, right?
Wait, never mind.
Yeah, it's 1 minute, right?
I mean, yeah, you can cast it.
You can cast it. I wasn't sure if it was like a one-time thing or.
We're getting into position right now. You can be
Did
Ross
everyone
Hesseman.
agree to May's plan? Were they like cool with that?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
I'll
I'll use Bless.
either I'm thinking one of these two trees.
I'll just pick this one since it's the most reachable
Sure.
at the moment.
So I would like to climb up into the tree where I'm at least like just above Fomorian height.
Okay.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be falling down like 30 feet onto it.
Sure.
So it might be a 10-foot drop.
Good to know.
At the very most.
Do we, the rest of us, do we want to just kind of be like, sort of behind the tree, waiting for him to pounce?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get reasonably close to shoot at him. So that's good.
Yeah. Same problem. I'm thinking Garrett, not me.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone want to put Moon Hand?
Yeah,
near them?
sure.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Moon hand can be.
So I'm up in the tree. Are you guys like?
I'm positioning us under the tree.
Okay.
Like kind of just behind like the trunk. At this
So we'll
point.
be moving over to attack the sleeping one, right?
That's the plan.
So basically, as soon as I see you guys running out, I'm gonna jump on this guy.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to just prep the bless. I'm going to try to position myself where I'm within 30 feet of everybody, except for Misha. If
You're within 30 feet of everybody.
okay,
Where are we
so yeah,
putting?
I'm gonna wait until kind of like that signal, and then cast bless on everybody.
You said that's a D6 to our
D4.
attack. D4. Okay.
D4.
And what's the box in the center? Is that a house or something?
That is the garden.
Okay. So it's not an obstacle.
It is not an obstacle.
So they got that sweet fruit.
Hell yeah.
So we've approached from this end.
Yep.
So we're basically huddling up behind the tree
Mm-hmm.
while May climbs the tree.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Sounds good. Good to know.
So we can presume that it probably took another lap while we're doing this, but whenever you guys should not be running until it's like right underneath where I'm hiding. But once it is, I think that's the plan. Unless someone had something else.
That's the plan.
Dope.
Alrighty. Well then. We're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Michaela, I think it's be right back in just okay. Yeah, fuck it. We're going now.
All
Fuck
right.
it. Welcome back. Alrighty. So we're jumping straight into combat just right off the rip. So why don't we all, first of all, roll initiative real quick.
Yeah.
Won't this be a surprise?
Initiative?
Well, us.
Yes,
we
but
have
I want to
surprise
have the
round.
initiative before we do the surprise.
Gotcha.
round. Yeah, exactly.
Remember, Moonhand and Donnie get an extra D8 to their initiative.
Yes, they do.
22.
Everybody hold on to your initiatives until I ask for it, please.
I'm so excited.
All right, Garrett.
I'm full of caffeine.
All right. Ooh, shit.
If I ever don't go first, it'll be something.
Okay, so you said that Moonhand gets an extra D8 on his
That's right.
initiative. Good to know. Where are my D8s there? Because he got a 2 and a 7. So that is going to be 9 for Moonhand. Okay. May. 22. Luxian. 12. Jesus Christ, Alex. Just fucking 12.
Am I super loud?
No, you just like
There's something about the,
you just breathed a little hard there. Holy shit, that was funny.
Luxian has frost breath.
Yeah, most definitely.
Alex, I want to see those hands, buddy.
Oh no.
Donnie.
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Matt.
20.
20. Beautiful. Misha.
38.
38. Would you like to explain to me how you came to that number? I believe you, I just want to know.
For the audience, Misha is a chronologist, which gives him +5 to initiative. He's also took the alert feat, which gives him +5 to his initiative. Gift of Alacrity gives him a D8 to his initiative, of which he rolled an 8.
Okay, so that's plus
That's
18.
and he rolled a natural 19 on the die.
Jesus. Alright.
You have
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to be shitting.
Do you have
my
plus 1 on your
pants.
dexterity?
Gift of
And I have
Alacrity-
+1 to my
Yeah,
dexterity.
so you have plus 19
Gift
on a
of
19.
Alacrity is what, D8 you said?
D8, yeah.
So I actually got a 22.
I rolled a nat 20 and I'm like third. Are you shitting me?
You're tied with Donnie for second.
My dex is pumped.
Alright,
There's
beautiful.
Lux with a 12 and no benefit from dexterity.
You'll be totally fine. It's better to have the healer at the end anyways.
I didn't say I was gonna don my armor. Fuck.
Too bad. Alright, cool. So, so we have a whole bunch of surprises going on right now. So, May, you're sort of poised to take some sort of an attack or whatever. Can everyone explain to me the action that they're going to be attempting on the Fomorians before we jump into that?
I guess I'll basically just be moving into place. I don't think I can get there this turn to be able to shoot this turn.
You've already positioned yourself. We'll say you can move yourself if you'd like, but prior to this, that's what I wanted you to do to position yourself to be able to shoot.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if I've been moving up here, so I don't know if that's too close to that they're gonna.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, too close.
Yeah. So my turn. I'll be moving into place to be able to shoot from within 30 feet.
Got it. Beautiful. Misha.
What I would like to do is, in a very dramatic fashion, just as May leaps from the tree, I would like to cast haste on her.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'd also like to have Philamithos kind of do like a dramatic dive by to distract the Fomorian, just as May leaps.
Good to know.
That's what I.
And May, you are leaping from the tree.
Oh my god, I'm about to. Yeah,
Not button.
a little bit. The fact that I'm getting haste as I'm doing this and like the oh god.
Yeah, man.
Basically,
It's just like jumping. I made a mistake.
Oh fuck!
the gist of what I'm trying to do is I want to jump and like. It's not technically a grapple, but I'm assuming it'll be an athletics check. I want to be like arm wrapped around the Fomorian's neck if I can. I'm holding on to him.
Okay.
It's like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. We'll
Got
see.
it.
We'll see how much I can do once that happens, if I can actually do that.
Good to know. And then Luxian, did you have anything that you wanted to do off the rip as well?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to, I guess, find as much cover as possible while still being able to see everybody. And I'm gonna get ready to cast Bless on everybody except for Misha and myself, obviously. When the attack starts, like before they actually
+2
attack, so they get the benefits of it.
Okay.
Also, Matt, keep in mind you have the camera right behind you. There's a couple times where you had your hand up and you were blocking Sal.
Watch your left hand, and you'll be all good.
Like this?
Yes, exactly. Moonhand is going to take the opportunity to bless both you and Misha to cover the whole squad. Okay. You got that, Alex? I'm going to assume you got that, Alex. Matt, you heard me?
Yeah, sorry.
Say again?
Moonhand is going to take the opportunity to cast Bless on you and Luxian to cover everyone fully.
Perfect.
All right, so let's stick with the initiative order on the surprise round, but you all see the sort of lumbering ogre-like creature with that one singular yellow eye just erupting out of the entire left half of their face, dragging this club onto the ground, just sort of kicking up earth behind it. Slowly but surely, they move and lumber until they're just under you all, hidden in this large tree as you are sat upon the canopy above. In order of initiative, Misha, you reach out, touch the back of May as she leaps up out of the brush just above the Fomorian, and May, you feel a tingle go throughout your body, and you can see now where your body should be just before you. It surges forward, and in a blur, she leaps forward out of the tree and grasps onto the large, lumbering giant who just sort of looks back and just sort of tries to reach behind them and grab at whatever is going on back there. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage. Misha, you cast haste immediately on May. As she leaps, Moonhand holds his hand out and touches you just on the shoulder as he touches Luxian, as Luxian then holds out his hand and blesses each and every one of you. Donnie, you take this opportunity to move yourself wherever you'd like as you sprint out and dash. Moonhand is also going to take the opportunity to move just to the left to sort of cover some base. Beautiful right there. And if you, sorry, that's beautiful. And then if you want to move Moonhand closer to me, about 5 spaces. Perfect right there.
Can I shoot from here, or do I have to be out? Like I would just like dive behind
Yeah, no problem.
I'm good there. Okay.
No problem. You move across there. Athletics.
Nat 20, got a 29, dude.
29.
Oh, God.
You grab around, and with your large draconic arms, you wrap your muscles around this large ogre creature and start to sort of get them in a rear naked choke as they and they start to slam. They're in the midst of slamming their club onto the ground. And that is the surprise round. We are now in full initiative. Misha, you're at the very top of 38.
Yes. I would like to... Oh yeah, this is going to be good, maybe. I haven't used this before. I would like to... I'm going to give it a go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to take a couple steps over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to Sapping Sting the Fomorian.
Sapping Sting.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
The Fomorian, got it.
I expect their con is good, but that's okay.
You're getting the one.
We shall see.
No, this one.
Oh, okay.
That's cocked. That is going to be a 24.
Definitely succeeds. I'm trying to think if I want to. I'll just be cool with that for now.
Got it. Sounds good. Unfortunately, as you loose out this arcane spell onto the Fomorian, it just sort of flexes and is too preoccupied with the Dragonborn around their neck, and your spell does not find purchase. However, that is going to be the end of your turn. You've used your movement. You've got bonus action all covered and everything.
You know what I'll do is I'm going to bonus action Misty Step myself up onto the top. So I'm actually up on the bridge now.
Sounds good. Beautiful. That'll bring us to May. You are sort of grappled, not necessarily grappled, but like locked
I'm
in
holding
combat.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think you know what I'm about to do.
Please let me know.
I want to try to make my way to the front of the Fomorian.
Okay.
I want to try to pry open its mouth
Yeah.
and fire breathe down his throat.
Okay. I'm gonna need we're gonna treat this like a grapple check. So It's an action to do your fire breath, but you have haste, so you get
I
two.
get 2 actions.
Okay, beautiful. So we're gonna do a contested strength.
Sure.
I'll take disadvantage because it's just his jaw, and you will have your usual strength to try to pry the jaw open on this Fomorian.
Can I rage? Can I just go ahead and
Bonus
rage?
action rage?
Yeah.
You certainly can.
Dope.
As you are climbed on the back of this Fomorian, you remember your fallen friend, Roscoe, and you haven't had the opportunity to take your anger out appropriately on anything that really deserved it. And this creature and its tyrannical twin that have been terrorizing, that's alliteration, just been absolutely terrorizing this tribe around here, you really feel as though...
I'm gonna get this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
And as you do, you flex and tense your muscles, and you all swear you see wisps of smoke just sort of emanate off her shoulders. Go ahead and give me a strength check with advantage.
Fucking bet, dude.
Or it would be athletics with advantage, yeah. And then I take disadvantage.
21.
20.
Fuck yeah.
Way to be. As you reach forward, you grasp against the top jaw, or the top part of the mouth of this Fomorian. You reach in, you can feel 2 large, just rancid teeth that you pull on and wrench back as you reach under in the mandible and crank down on 2 jagged canines and pull their mouth open. And as you do, you reach forward and breathe your draconic fire down the throat of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Pretty sure it's 36.
I'll say we're gonna add... Go ahead and roll, give me the total, take half, and we'll add that on top of it.
Okay. I rolled a 13, so I would assume 6 or 7.
Half goes down.
So 29.
So 29 points of fire damage to this Fomorian as you loose your draconic flames down the throat of this creature, and just it just retches back and wails a really just horrible demonic sound out into the ether.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's both your actions.
2 actions
bonus
and
action.
bonus action.
Yeah, and so you're all set. I assume you want to attempt to stay on the back of this Fomorian.
For now, yeah.
Alrighty. Donnie, that'll bring us to you.
Quick question about Bless.
Yes.
Do I choose if I want to add the Bless damage or the Bless bonus after I roll the...
You have
always
bless
add it.
period until the spell
Every roll.
ends.
For every roll?
For
Okay,
every
cool.
roll,
Awesome.
except for saves.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
No,
So,
it's
yeah,
attack rolls and...
I thought it was just ability checks. But
Oh,
it
it's
could be,
attack rolls.
or it's attack rolls and saves? Fuck it, whatever. You're not
Okay.
making a save right now, so
All right.
attack rolls.
So yeah, attacking with my hand crossbow.
Got it.
Shooting... I'll use my bonus action to attack a 3rd time.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm using sharpshooter as well.
Sure.
That's 17 plus. Sorry, bear with me.
No worries. Just remember to take -5, right?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. So that's
It's attack rolls and saving throws.
Got it.
14, 15, 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Okay.
You loose your crossbow and it slams into the sort of torso of this creature as it's sort of trying to like fend off all of these things at once.
17 damage there.
17 damage. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Second attack.
Okay.
18 plus 4, so that'd be 22 to hit
22 hits.
for...
Are you subtracting 5?
Yep.
Yep. Jeez.
I rolled pretty high for that one.
Yeah.
That's 20 damage.
20 points of damage as the second crossbow bolt slams into the upper sort of left clavicle.
And this is a, I rolled a nat 18. I'm sure that's a hit.
Yep.
Um,
That'll do it.
So that's going to be 19 damage.
19 points of damage as the third bolt slams directly into one of the knees, almost buckling the creature under the weight of May on top of him.
I was attacking the sleeping one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm distracting the big one.
Oh.
That's the point.
Good to know. I will retract
Sorry.
all of that damage. Got it.
Nothing more distracting than flames.
So the last one was 19. The one before that was 17?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's already gone. Yeah, sounds about right.
Sure, fuck it.
Sorry.
17, and the first one was like... I'll call it 16.
I wish I'd saved my
It's fine.
record.
No worries.
I think they do.
16, 17, and 19 is what I'll just call it for now until we fix it.
Here you go.
If there is, I can.
Yeah, your
Okay,
last
here we go.
to hit.
So Look at
17,
the
23,
damages.
and 28.
So
Okay,
add-
so instead of
But add 10 to each of the damages.
But yeah, and that's without the
that's
bless.
to hit though.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
wanted just
not
damage?
not damage.
Just the damage and,
Oh.
and add 10 to each one.
Okay, so yeah, it's 19, 20, and 17.
19, 20, and 17. Okay, so I got the 19 and the 17 right. I need to add 6. No, I just need to subtract 4. Then I'm good. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, alright, you slam into the sleeping one with all 3 of those crossbow bolts. Same spots, just on the sleeping one. No problem. It immediately wakes up.
That'll do it.
Sort of confused as to what's going on as it's been assailed with these crossbow bolts. It looks around and tries to gain understanding of what's going on, and you quickly realize that it has a giant empty socket on the left portion of its face, and the right side of its face is sort of sunken over, and this creature is like frantically looking around.
They have one eye between them.
That is the end of your turn, Donnie, as the standing Fomorian now is going to sort of let out a terrifying wail, and the eye starts to glow bright yellow and just starts to frantically look around for a target, and it sort of turns directly up at you on top of the of its head, May. And I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, that's not a good one. Nope, 5.
5. As the eye peers into your being, you feel a tremendous sense of fear about you. First, you suffer... Ooh, sorry, buddy. 33 points of psychic damage. I know. The only thing, as your mind is seared with this intense vision of dread. And as you do, you look around and you are afflicted with the curse of the evil eye. You, currently, your body starts to twist and malfunction and malform as your left shoulder cracks out of its socket. Your right shoulder cracks down and your back lurches forward as your left arm shrinks and your right arm sort of grows obnoxiously large as you are deformed on the back of this Fomorian. Your speed is halved, so normal speed because of haste. You have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks based on strength and dexterity. And you feel yourself sort of twisted and malformed by this creature.
Not attacks. It's just checks.
This Fomorian is going to turn towards you, Donnie, now that it sees you, and is going to move all the way up with its movement against you.
Is May still clinging to it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it moves how much?
I would say its movement is reduced by 10 feet, so it can only move 20. So 4 spaces.
With these larger ones, can they move diagonal or no? Like, is this 10 feet?
Yeah, it would definitely step right over that.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15.
That's
Stop
perfect,
at Donnie.
yep. And is going to slam its great club against you, Donnie, at least attempt to. Only once. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
That will miss.
That will miss. The great club comes down against you, and you instinctively barrel roll out of the way just to the side as it slams and dust and dirt is erupted out of the ground beside you. And you can see it's heavily breathing and just its one singular eye is fixated towards you now. That'll be the end of its turn. Luxian, you're up.
Alright, Lux is gonna cast Blindness Deafness.
Blindness, deafness. Got you on the prone Fomorian or the standing Fomorian?
He's standing one, so he needs
Gotcha.
to make a Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw. That is going to be a 28.
Fuck, he succeeds.
Yep.
So nothing happens.
You loose your arcane magics against him, and you can see the silver bits of essence attempt to coalesce around its head, and it just sort of shakes as May is just sort of almost fallen off of it, and it unfortunately does not find purchase.
Bonus action, Spiritual Weapon.
Alrighty. What form of your spiritual weapon would you like it to take?
A spear.
A spear. And where would you like it to appear? We will use the Taj Mini. Ready? Garrett? 1, 2.
I'll put it right next to the...
Standing Fomorian?
The standing Fomorian, yeah.
Beautiful. And the spear floats there around it.
Sorry, what?
I said the spear floats there around it.
Well, but other than that, not moving, just kind of staying behind cover as best as possible, but still trying to have a good view of everything.
Good to know.
And that's it.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, the standing Fomorian is going to use its free hand to reach up, grasp the large yellow eye, unsocket it from itself, and lob it towards the sort of prone Fomorian as the large basketball-sized eye flies through the air.
Gross.
The
Can
prone.
I get an opportunity attack?
You want an opportunity attack the eye?
I would love to.
You know what? Fuck it. Try it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And for basketball-sized eyes.
I have disadvantage, right?
You do have disadvantage.
Okay. Is it nighttime?
It is nighttime. Yes.
I'm gonna use my oak club then. See if I can it's more of a batting it out of the way.
Go for it.
How does a 14 do?
A 14, I will say. I'll say hits. Just barely hits.
Nice.
This eye is an AC 14. Fuck it.
All right.
Why not? It'll share the AC. Oh well, now you know the AC of the.
No,
So it's got 10,000 HP.
Yes. No, he just winds up and just fucking clocks it out of the sky.
So
The pirates go.
Ooh, I've almost got full damage here. So 6 cold damage, and then 13 bludgeoning.
Damn. As you slam the oak club against this large yellow eye, you swear you hear a as it just sort of breaks a little bit, and bits of ichor fly out of it as it careens forward. You don't change the trajectory of it, but you definitely deal some damage.
That's fine.
I'll say that translates to this much. The prone Fomorian uses its movement to get up, if you'd like to stand him. Half of its movement. And as it's getting up, it reaches its large arm out and grabs the large eye out of thin air and attaches it to itself and looks around with it, and it finds purchase against you, Donnie. I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
Having seen what this did to May, I think I'm gonna
Did it move sound?
It didn't move, just
Flash of Genius. Oh wait, can I do this on saves?
I don't think you can
That's
flash
ability
genius on
checks
saves,
only.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So okay, charisma chat.
You do get the D4 on the saving throws.
You do.
Gotcha. Ooh, that's a good one. 10 plus 20.
20. You save, however, you still suffer an amount of psychic damage as your mind is sort of racked with visions of fear and dread. You only suffer, wow, I rolled really low. You suffer 6 points of psychic damage.
Hell yeah.
12 half to 6 because of your successful roll. The second Fomorian is going to use the rest of his movement, which is 15, to shift towards Moonhand. Towards that opening over there.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. There you go, right there. Perfect. Beautiful. He's not in range of anybody else, so that is going to be the end of his turn. Finally, a small figure steps out of the shadows just over here.
He's the good guy. I'm convinced.
And he's here to save you.
No, I didn't say that. I said I think we're the baddies.
As you step out, as this small creature steps out of the shadows of the tree before you, they sort of step forward with a gnarled staff, seemingly made out of the same roots that erupt out of the ground that make up this sort of hidden cove here in the forest. And they reach out a decrepit, grayed hand that sort of just dangles as the fingers almost seem like they want to fall off their hand. And they point out towards... Let's see. They point out towards... No. They point out towards... Donnie. And they hold out a thumb. None of you hear anything. Donnie, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is this versus magic?
This is versus magic.
Get advantage.
And a +4. Oh, the plus the D4.
13.
13. As they mutter some sort of incantation, you cannot really hear too much, but you feel a dark bit of essence strike at your torso, and it begins to fester and bleed across your body as you are afflicted with some sort of curse. You will have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with wisdom. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against this creature.
Against the guy with the staff?
Mm-hmm. And the rest of it you'll learn soon.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
It'll be a fun surprise.
Yeah, why not? That'll be the end of that creature's turn. Misha, back up at the top of the initiative with you.
What about our boy Moonshine?
Moonshine. That's right, thank you for reminding me. Moonhand is going to step forward a little bit.
Was he at the end of the initiative?
He was at the end of the initiative, yes. That's why
Forward this way? Or this way?
Forward into battle. He's going to point at the new creature and is going to loudly proclaim, "That is Chief Greenthumb. Chief Greythumb. Be wary. He twists the dark magics. Do not look at him directly." And then he's going to cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Hell yeah.
He's going to miss. That's a natural 5.
Fact.
That is the end of his turn. However, he has drawn the ire of them all. Misha, you're up.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bonus action activate the Astral Render.
Okay.
Animate it.
As you toss the sword in the air after you loose it, it sort of whirs for a moment and spins around you and just sort of floats around your person in sort of a slashing, defending manner.
Yeah, and then what I would like to do is hold my attack until Philomythos can go. But ultimately, Philomythos is going to give help, so we can do this all at once.
Gotcha.
Philomythos is going to help me hit this one.
Gotcha.
This Fomori. And what I want to do is send Astral Render flying at this one, and I want to Astral Rend it.
Nice.
Yes.
Wonderful. Philomythos is your owl familiar, swoops off of your shoulder and cascades downward into the face of this Fomorian and begins to peck and claw and flap its wings in its face as it sort of reaches up and attempts to bat it out of the way. Go ahead and take your attack with advantage.
Oh, I needed it. It's still not that great, but I get a D4 as well.
Yes, you do.
Wow. Okay. 8 plus 4, 14.
14 just barely hits.
Oh my god, dude. That was bad. Okay.
Tough.
Okay, so this is what happens. So I'm going to roll damage.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot to add the +3 melee damage to when I batted the eye away for my rage. Whatever.
3d12, 8. Oh my god. Well, I'm rolling terrible, but okay, so it does 16 damage.
16 damage, gotcha.
And then I get to displace this guy 60 feet in any direction I want.
So repeat that for me one more time.
So I get to, as a part of the Astral Rend, I get to displace the, I get to send that guy teleporting 60 feet in any direction I want. That's what I'm doing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And so, so I'm doing 60 feet.
Or down.
I'm doing 60 feet.
Just
so that
into the floor. You can't do that. It has to be a free space.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I feel like I'm covering this camera. So I'm going to do 60 feet so that he's going in the direction of Chief Greythumb and a little bit up.
Okay.
So that then he's going to appear just on top, just above Greythumb.
Gotcha. Okay, sure. Yeah, you do so.
So, let's see.
1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 30 feet.
30 feet?
So basically 30 feet that way and 30 feet up. So he ends up right
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Whoa. Let's break out the Pythagorean theorem because you should be able to get higher.
You know what? You're right because the hypotenuse is the shortest distance. So let's say about 40 feet.
40 feet up? Sounds good.
I can do the math.
You know, people said we would never use math when in high school, but it turns out it's
I'm always ready to use
very
math.
important.
This is my favorite subject.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to kill a giant.
That's why I play D&D now.
Give me the
30
pre-calc.
feet this way.
Jesus Christ.
And this is 60 feet.
I don't think I ever went much higher than pre-calc.
Slide this bad boy here. This motherfucker is about to come crashing down. Alrighty. Jesus Christ. This is
loving how this
so
is
bad.
going.
Oh my god. Okay. Is that going to be the end of your turn, Misha?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. May,
Yep,
it's your turn.
it is.
You look gross.
I do.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
So, I'm just holding on to him. I don't have to roll anything to stay on.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just be, I'm just gonna be like, oh, this better go back, and I'm just gonna start wailing on him with the Unroll Club.
Go for it. You have advantage on this. Technically, it knows where you are, but it is blind, so it doesn't know exactly where you're going to be striking from. So you get advantage on these attacks, but neutral because you have disadvantage on them because of your deformity.
Right. Okay. And I have like 4 attacks or some shit I can do with this because
With haste, yeah.
regular attack, extra attack, and then extra action.
Yeah.
So 3.
So 3 attacks,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So first one. That's gonna be a 20 total, so that's gonna
That
hit.
hits, yep.
Let's roll for damage for that. That's an 8 and a 5, so that's going to be 13 plus 5. 18 total.
18.
Oh, 21 total.
21
Raging.
points of damage total, gotcha.
Can I make a minor interruption just to state that unequivocally, that Fomorian is 51.96 feet above
Good to know.
the chief.
I don't have
Roll down to 50.
yeah.
Alright, so that was 21 damage.
Gotcha.
Let's try it again. That's going to be a 22.
22 to hit. Yes.
I'm just
Yep.
bashing this guy's head.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Ow, 1. That makes sense, though. So 7 plus 4. So that's going to be 14 damage total.
14 points of damage on that attack as you slam both your weapons directly into the back of its skull.
It's just the Uncle staff.
Just the
Yeah,
staff?
I
Okay,
imagine
you
I'm holding
crack.
on with my other hand.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You crack you crack into the back of this large creature's skull. You can see bits of flesh begin to whittle away on the back of its skull. Nice. Jesus Christ. All right.
Last one.
Go for it.
It's an 18 plus 10. That's
Yep,
gonna hit.
that'll hit.
Okay, that's not bad. So 12, 15, 17.
17 points of damage. Wonderful. Yeah. You can see now, or at least you can hear, this Fomorian starts to retch forward, and you can see just on the bits in the sides of its mouth where you have like a little bit of vision on your peripheral. You can see it spitting up blood at this point. You were fucking this thing up. Yeah, absolutely. Is that the end of your turn?
That's all I can. Well, I don't have any other bonus actions I can do, I don't think. No, I'm good.
Okay. Donnie.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the Fomorian that I'm on.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at
Okay,
disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Is it versus magic? Because if it is, then I...
It is technically versus magic because, it's the same thing that hit you.
Because technically I can get advantage on wisdom saving throws versus magic, so I think it would be even.
So just make a straight roll, yes.
So that's 10. Well, actually, add D4. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Probably not good enough to help me, but let's see. 14.
14. You attempt to will yourself to move forward, but you feel your body locked in place. You just barely fail to save. You spend your turn doing nothing.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we pass and move on to the the Fomorian just in front of you, Donnie, and it's going to take the opportunity to attempt to get you off of the top of it, May. It is blind, but it knows exactly where you are on its body, so I'm not going to give it disadvantage on this attempt.
Okay.
It simply reaches up behind you
Sure.
and attempts to grab you. I'm going to do a grapple check, so go ahead and take yours with
I would have advantage because of rage, but I think I have disadvantage
Because of the deformity, yes. So straight, and the Fomorian will also do the same. Okay.
25.
26.
Oh.
Roll natural 16 plus 10.
Sure.
As the Fomorian
16
reaches
plus
up,
9.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, we rolled the same thing.
Do some push-ups. The Fomorian reaches up behind him and grabs onto you and peels you off like an insect. And with the second bit of its action, is going to attempt to just cascade you onto the ground. I'm just going to you fall to the ground.
Right, I do.
You suffer 10 feet in the air or so, or yeah, it would only do one. You suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam against the ground prone.
Is that already halved?
That is not halved.
Cool.
So 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam against the ground prone. That is really all it can do right now. It's actually going to attempt to get out of the way and head towards... Actually, no. It's going to stay put. It's not that smart. Luxian.
How far away am I from the Fomorian after I've been thrown?
It's you're right in front of me.
Okay, cool. I'll just put myself in.
Luxian, it is your turn.
Okay, I am gonna cast Dispel Magic on Donnie.
On Donnie, gotcha.
Love that. Probably have to move you a bit.
Yeah, what's the range on that?
120 feet.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to move at all. You weave your hands in the air and mutter an incantation under your breath, and a bunch of arcane ruins appear in front of you as you pass your hand through all of them and you mutter a silent prayer to Aimoon. As you reach out your hand, your eyes glow, an effervescent cerulean that turns to a silver, and essence pours forth from your fingertips, and it dissipates all over Donnie. Donnie, you are no longer cursed.
Oh, I think I'm also no longer blessed, too, right?
Because
I think Dispel Magic...
Dispel Magic will just dispel in general around you the effects upon you. So yes, so you are no longer blessed or cursed, which is
cool.
Still nice, though.
Yeah.
But that succeeded, Luxian, so that's great.
Thank you.
Cool. So would drinking a potion be a
bonus action
or free action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Then I am going to drink my Potion of Arcane Recovery.
Gotcha, Potion of Arcane Recovery.
And get 4 spell slots back.
Wow, well done. You pop the Potion of Arcane Recovery.
It's 4 spell levels, right?
It's 4 spell levels. 4 spell slot levels, yes. Yeah. So,
yeah, like
do that as you
start
want.
at 1 and move up.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. At the end of your turn, this Fomorian is going to fall, because that's all it can do.
That's its movement.
Yeah, it just fucking falls.
Yes.
And it slams into Great Thumb. It breaks through this bridge and comes cascading down even further. Jesus Christ. Fucking. So 50 then into the bridge, down further onto the ground, which is like another 50, so like 100 feet. So I think it's a D6 every 10 feet.
Well, it should have been 50 feet up total. Well, wait, was he on the... So I can only...
no. Okay, so then he would have been just above. So, okay.
So he was on the bridge?
So he would have been just above the bridge.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. Good to know. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so we'll do 5d6 of bludgeoning damage. That'll be 20 points of bludgeoning damage. It slams down the Fomorian onto the ground and onto Grey Thumb. Grey Thumb is pinned under the Fomorian. Jesus Christ. That's technically not its movement because it's forced movement, so it's going to use half its movement to stand back up again.
Oh, sorry.
I think Great Thumb should be dead.
Sorry.
Great Thumb is not dead. He's already person, but he is pinned on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll roll an additional 5d6 for Great Thumb because of the weight of the Fomorian as well.
Right.
Which is in total another 20 points of Jesus Christ. Another 20 points of bludgeoning damage. That Fomorian stands up. That's half its movement. Can't go anywhere. He's going to use the rest of his movement and its action to dash. So it's going to move 15 feet towards. It's gonna. Let's see if it's smart enough to. Okay, that's pretty high. It's smart enough to realize that what happened to it came from over there, so it's going to move towards you 15 feet and then use its action to dash an additional 30 feet towards not Moonhand, but the tree where you guys are at.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. His base is so fucking big, but that's 20, 25, 30,
Okay.
45 total?
45 total, yeah. So it'll get right up into the... Yeah, perfect, right there. That's all it can do on the turn, though. Grey Thumb is super fucked up. It's going to use half his movement to stand up. On the ground now at this point. And Grey Thumb is going to can reach out his hand. Actually, he's going to use a bonus action to cast Misty Step and get right in between the Fomorians. Yeah, it's going to attempt to at least. I think Misty Step is 60 feet, yeah? Or is it 30?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, yeah. Try to get as close as you can in between the Fomorians. Perfect. Right in between there. Gotcha. And he's going to use his action.
Is he? I mean, the Misty Step is a bonus action. He could use his movement to get in there, couldn't he?
No, he used half his movement to stand up.
Oh, right.
Then he's going to use the rest of his movement, though, which he's going to do to get in between the two of them. Yes.
Okay. He's just running to these giants, even though one of them really just hurt him.
What are these on the? Are these like shrubbery or what are the?
Yeah, it's just like shrubbery around, to sort of.
So we can move through it. It's just,
it's just in the way, difficult terrain.
Okay.
It's difficult terrain.
Yeah, you can move back.
Going back.
All right. He's going to reach out his hands towards. Is that the three of you? Yeah, or no, the two of you just past the Fomorians. May on the ground and Donnie, and you see wretched, just decrepit black tentacles erupt out of the sleeves of his garments around his arm, and they erupt towards you, loosing themselves at you. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. You with disadvantage.
Well, I have advantage on dex against things that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or some other thing that's not on here.
Gotcha, so neutral. And then, Donnie, you are at disadvantage. Or, excuse me, no, Donnie, you're totally you're neutral as well. Yeah. So, yeah, please make dexterity saving throws.
11.
Fortunately, that is going to fail.
Of course. I'm laying down.
10.
You both fail, unfortunately. You both suffer... Not too much.
It's psychic. It's half for me anyway. So...
Oh, you suffer 16 points of bludgeoning damage, halved, to 8. However, you are both just absolutely wrecked by these tentacles, and they sort of grab onto you as he sort of holds his hand out still and turns his hand into a fist, and they latch onto you, and you are held in place. You are restrained by the tentacles until the spell ends. You don't know when that will happen.
Right.
And we'll see what else happens after that.
What does restrained do?
So, restrained.
Movement is 0.
Actually, I have it right here.
You can't take actions.
I can't see.
You can take actions.
You can take actions. Your movement is 0, and I believe attacks against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on attacks against other creatures.
There's like 4 of them that are like really similar.
Yeah. It's basically just the better grappled. Anyways, that is going to be the end of Grey Thumb's turn, and that'll bring us all. Oh nope, Moonhand is going to step up, and with Grey Thumb's back turn, is going to hold out his hand and attempt a guiding bolt again against Grey Thumb. I can't roll at all with Moonhand. That's a natural 6. Plus 6 is 12, which misses, and the guiding bolt looses out. Actually, let's see. Nope, doesn't do anything. It just flies off. Misha, it is your turn.
Moonhand stays where he is?
Moonhand stays where he is, yes.
Okay.
A restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls at disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, which you already had.
Yep.
lots of stuff and also things.
Yes.
I would like to.
Actually, I have advantage from haste, disadvantage from being down.
Disadvantage from your deformity, and now disadvantage from your strain.
And also advantage from...
So you're technically disadvantaged from everything.
Well, wait. Okay, no, I have natural advantage on things I can see.
Yep.
I would have had advantage from haste.
Yep.
Should I roll with advantage for that dex saving throw?
No, because you had disadvantage from being prone and disadvantage from your deformity, so it would be neutral.
Gotcha.
Now you also have disadvantage from the tentacles, so now you are at true disadvantage. Even though technically none of this stacks,
Right.
but fuck you. So
No, that's the right way to do
no,
it.
it's not the right way to do it.
If you have one of
it's
each,
still neutral.
then it's neutral.
No,
yeah.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because they don't stack. So if you have advantage for any reason, you have advantage. If you have disadvantage for any reason, you have disadvantage. So they're neutral.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you have octuple advantage but one disadvantage, it's just neutral.
It's just neutral.
That's,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's something that's easier to deal with.
It's
Yeah.
very easy to deal with. Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to pull out some bat shit.
Oh hell yeah.
Send down a fireball.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Conveniently, Shit Thumbs moved right in between the giants, so I'm gonna target, loose this fireball, targeting him, and it will hit precisely just these three.
Got it. As you hold out your hand and point your finger and start to mutter the incantation under yourself, you grab your wrist and you can feel that point of ignition just by Grey Thumb, and it does not succeed as Grey Thumb turns and counterspells your fireball.
Why, as a reaction, counterspell is counterspell.
Oh!
Classic.
Goddamn!
Yeah.
Alrighty. As he goes to counterspell you, you hold up your other finger just where you're holding your wrist, and you wiggle it, and it. You see Grey Thumb just. And.
Eat shit, Grey Thumb!
So dexterity saving throws from everybody.
Actually, for the record, I cast counterspell at 4th level.
Oh yeah, it's just no problem at all.
Okay. Yeah, dex saves.
Dex save from so that's an I think that's just he doesn't have bonuses to dex, I think. Nope, it's an 11 from Grey Thumb, so that's a fail. That's a fucking 9 from the Fomorian, fail. That's a 6 from the other Fomorian. They all fail.
They each take 22 fire damage.
As this fireball just erupts around them, you can hear the wailing and the charring of flesh as they just retch back as this fireball engulfs them. It singes the sort of flora all around it as well, leaving a sort of crater of charred earth. And you smell the rancid smell of burning flesh and hair.
Oh yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. The fucking cowboy boots on, bitch. Disgusting. That is your action, your bonus action.
Not my bonus action, but I'm not going to use
your
it.
action and
my
your reaction. Yeah,
do we get a concentration check on Shit Thumbs?
Oh, we certainly do.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, pretty high.
Okay.
So the total damage was what?
It was 22. So
22,
just
so 11,
Yeah.
natural 17.
Okay. Just kidding. I'm going to just be like, okay, guys, you have it from here. I'm going to walk away a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just going to, like, chill right there.
Gotcha.
Kind of like, yeah, right there
Beautiful.
on the bridge. And then Philomythos, I'm just going to, this one looks more fucked, right?
No. That one looks more fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Because Donnie absolutely
Okay.
wrecked that thing in the beginning.
I will, actually, I guess that doesn't matter. I'm going to have Philomythos try to assist, fucking Donnie in their next attack.
Okay, good to know.
Is it only for one attack?
Just one, yeah.
Yes. Philomythos swoops by Donnie, just sort of waiting for any sort of cue by Donnie on which Fomorian or Grey Thumb that you're going to assail next. That'll be the end of your turn, Misha. At the end of your turn, the sort of more injured Fomorian reaches up and plucks the large eye out of its socket again and lobs it towards the one just to its left. At the beginning of your turn, May, the second Fomorian reaches up and grabs out of the air, almost as if it knew exactly where the eye was going to be, and attaches it to its skull.
Gross.
It is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and. So I'm just restrained. There's no like saving throw or anything to try to get out of it.
You can dance if you want to. Let's see.
I'm not leaving my friends behind.
So solid. So solid. A creature restrained with the tentacles can use its action to make a strength or dexterity check. Its choice against your spell save DC. On the success, it frees itself.
Yeah, I mean. But here's the thing. I don't think I care to. I think I'm just gonna use them all to attack. Because I have disadvantage, but as long as I get above a 4 or 5, I can still hit it. So I'm just gonna keep trying to go fucking buck wild.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That rage.
So my first is I'm gonna go with the great axe.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't have plus anything to attack, do I? Yeah, nothing special from rage. That's just damage. Alright. Disadvantage. I'm gonna go with the great axe. The lowest I got was a 4, which is that's a 13. Because it's plus 9 for my great axe.
Gotcha.
10 for the umbral staff.
Rip.
Yeah.
You just barely missed.
Like,
As you're just
absolutely
trying your best on the ground.
And so then I'll go ahead and try to use my umbral oak club on the next attack.
Go for it.
One hand. Again, I rolled a 4, but that's plus 10 for the umbral oak club.
Okay.
So that hits with a 14.
Gotcha. Also, I've forgotten to mention at the start of your turn, because you did not break out of the...
I don't think I was ever blessed.
You were.
Yeah.
Everyone was blessed.
Oh, I never knew that.
Oh.
I never did that.
Ah!
But everything
Well,
worked
now
out
you know.
great.
At the start of your turn, because you did not attempt and subsequently break free from the black tentacles, you suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage as they squeeze against you, halved to 4.
Definitely those 2 attacks are hitting.
I don't give a fuck about 4 damage.
I don't give a fuck about baseball.
Okay, so I did hit with the umbral club in the second one. And it's gonna be... That's not great damage. I think 13 total?
13 points of damage total.
Yes.
This is to that Fomorian there?
The only one I can reach.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You took these with disadvantage?
Yeah.
The attack with disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, I
Just
have
making
plus
sure.
10 to the oak.
Gotcha, beautiful.
I rolled a 4.
Beautiful. Alrighty.
I still have another action, and I can bonus action to hit.
Fucking go for it, dude.
So, I think I'm realizing it's easier to hit with the oak club. Just whatever. I don't think it makes a difference. So I'm gonna keep going with the oak club. I rolled 15 for both, so that's a 25.
That'll hit.
And 9 plus 5 plus 3. I'm really dumb.
17.
17.
Nice.
You're tired.
Just,
I'm down.
17 points of damage as you crack into
Hell
the
yeah,
side.
dude.
You can see now the Fomorian buckles forward,
Yeah.
blood pouring from its mouth from the bludgeoning to the head, and just all of the wounds now, the charring on its back. It is looking rough.
Yeah, well, the cool thing is I still have my 2-weapon fighting bonus action.
Fuck yeah, go for it.
I just want to know, it's not going to make a huge difference. Would I have to use my Great Axe for this since I've gone, like, Great Axe?
Yeah,
club,
it's your
club, Great
offhand
Axe?
weapon, yes.
I just think it's just got there. Offhand weapon looks like the Great Axe.
Okay.
So.
You ready? You have bless. Oh, nat 1.
I rolled a nat 1.
As
That's
you
up
writhe
Yeah.
under and you slam against the leg of this creature, you reach back.
The first one might have hit. Actually, the first one would have hit if I used Bless.
That's not good.
But whatever.
That's really not good.
What's wrong?
My computer died. I
shit.
didn't have it plugged in. That's fine
Oh.
though. I can actually pull it up. No problem.
For the record, I'm like on the ground, just like. ankles, like.
Real ankle biter.
I'm
so
bludgeoning his ankle.
This giant's name is Achilles.
this is Achilles. It dies now. No. There we go.
Excuse me.
Okay, just to double check everything, I know what the health was for all of them. Okay, so it was
It's not like I can heal him by missing with my fucking axe.
right. This and this.
Worst case scenario, I hit Donnie.
It was like the video games when you got the staff that when you beat your like ally with it, it healed them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what you mean.
It was Misha, May.
Initiative order?
Yes, Misha, May,
Donnie, Grey Fomorian.
Yep.
Luxian, the Tan Fomorian.
Yep.
And then Shit Thumbs, and then Moonhand.
Moonhand. Beautiful. Okay, cool. And we are finishing up May's.
We're resolving a crit fail.
The critical fail. You writhe around and you attempt to slam the last one attack into, excuse me, the leg of this creature. And as you do, you turn and it instinctively lifts its foot up and slams it down forward against you. I would like you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, easy. Do I have advantage or disadvantage?
You have disadvantage on this because of your deformity, but you have advantage because of your
range. Yeah.
But you also have the plus 1d4.
Yep. So that's a 16 plus 9, so 25. Do I use plus on everything, or is it like a choice to use it? Like
you use it on
Every
everything.
saving throw and attack.
So plus 3, so 28.
28. As the ground shakes beneath you and your blow misses, as you follow through with it, you hold on strong to your weapon and you do not lose it in this critical miss. That'll be the end of your turn. Donnie, you're up.
Donnie!
Shooting the guy I'm on.
Beautiful.
And Splomus.
Oh, I would like you to, you are assailed by the tentacles. Would you like to use your action to try to break free of them?
No.
Okay, you suffer 12 points of bludgeoning damage as they squeeze against you. You're making these attacks at disadvantage as well because of your restraint.
Philomathus is helping me the first one though.
So yes, Philomathus swoops from you and attempts to, pluck and scratch at the face of this Fomorian, distracting it.
And I'll do this with Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, go for it.
Hell yeah.
And
As I'm sitting there,
I'm not blessed.
Don't worry, Donnie, I held a hold of my axe.
So that's a 9 to hit.
9 to hit, unfortunately, is going to miss.
Let's try some more attacks here.
The crossbow bolt careens off to the side.
It's a 13 to hit.
13 just barely misses once again as you fire it off, and it's unfortunately with the tentacles squeezing your body. You try to fire, and it just goes off wide.
And a bonus attack.
Go for it.
No.
No. Again, the third one. At this point, the crossbow you can't even really bring it up, and you're losing strength on this, and unfortunately the attack fails. That'll be the end of your turn, bringing us to that Grey Fomorian.
Big guy.
With its eye now.
Sorry, Donnie.
It's going to turn its eye towards you, Donnie. I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is this versus magic?
This is versus magic, yes.
Okay.
I'm feeling great about this battle.
Yeah, no problem at all for Misha.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good too. I think I'm not in a great position
charisma,
right
right?
now, but
Yes.
I've been doing some damage.
I'm not getting disadvantage on charisma saves, am I?
Nope.
Okay. So that's going to be 13.
13 just barely.
Actually, I'm sorry, 14.
14 just barely saves.
Oh, good.
All right, cool.
I get +1, but it never adds by automatically. It's
Gotcha. You still suffer a little bit of psychic damage as your eye meets the gaze of this large, yellow, disgusting Fomorian eye. You suffer 9 points of psychic damage as your mind is racked with dread. And it's going to come down on you with its great club. It has advantage on this attack because of your restrained condition. That is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
You suffer...
I don't want to talk about it.
You suffer 17 points of bludgeoning damage as it crushes your body beneath this great club. That will be the end of the Great Fomorian's turn. Luxian, you're up.
Okay, Lux is going to cast Banishment on Shit Thumbs.
On Grey Thumb.
Are we just all calling him shit thumbs
Shit thumbs,
now?
yes,
When did this
beautiful.
start?
Alrighty, then I have to make what kind of a save?
Charisma save.
Charisma saving throw. Gotcha.
No, it was like...
That is a 10.
He fails, and I am sending him to the Feywilds.
Alrighty. You hold out your hand and you utter a prayer under your breath, and that silver bit of essence coalesces in your palm, and it fires off and wraps itself around Grey Thumb, and he instinctively claws at his chest as it begins to suffocate him, and it pops him out of existence. You can remove him from the field.
Dude has been deleted.
Delete.
And then I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon on whichever of the Fomorians looks worse.
Gotcha. So the one it's right next to. Go ahead and.
Oh, and important to mention, not banishment. Bless for everyone except for me and Misha is gone now.
Yes. Okay. Also, the black tentacles disappear because Grey Thumb has disappeared as well.
Excellent.
Go ahead and make your attack with your spiritual weapon.
Okay. Fucking Tied to Chaos. I rolled a nat 1. I'm doing Tied to Chaos.
Fuck yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm sure that won't come back and hurt us later. In like
15 to hit.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Just 5 fucking damage.
5 damage. As your spear stabs into the back of the hamstring of this Fomorian, again, its leg buckles and it reaches down, and you can see this Fomorian is super fucked up. Pretty decently close to death's door.
Wait, did it just go for the gray one?
Yeah.
Why is it by the other one then?
I thought he said the one closest to him.
No, closest to the weapon, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
got
There
it.
you go.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So.
Music's dead.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Is that the end of your turn, Luxian?
Yes.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to the Tan Fomorian. So. This Fomorian, seeing that it's...
Wait,
all
this
the shit is
Fomorian
going-
can't see.
No, it can't. This Fomorian sort of unaware of its surroundings is going to attempt to just sort of trounce forward and just start swinging in front of it at disadvantage. So
Morian uses flail.
Fomorian uses flail. It is mildly effective. Maybe it'll miss. Luxian, these attacks are going to be against you at disadvantage. They are 2 Great Club attacks coming towards you, okay? Awesome. So, first one, fucking natural 2. Yep, that one misses as it swings wide and you duck. The second one, okay. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. The second one careens against you. You suffer... What's that? 1, 2... Do I not have... Whatever.
Do you need more die?
Nope, I'm all set.
A whole jar.
You suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage as this Great Club slams against you.
Cool.
That will be the end of the Fomorian's turn.
Lux has to make a con save, concentration check.
Lux has to make a concentration check, yes.
DC 5?
DC 10. It can never be lower than 10.
Yeah, it's never lower than 10, yeah.
This is for banishment.
Yep. What'd you get, buddy?
Is it a windstorm?
8.
Oh no.
Gray Thumb appears in that same space before. The tentacles are not back or anything like that, but he sort of just in time for his turn.
Just a wild 6 seconds, man.
That sucks.
He is going to use his bonus action to utter an incantation do any of you speak Abyssal? No.
I barely speak common.
I can barely speak. What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19. I never fucking learned how to read. He speaks a sort of dark incantation under his breath, and you see a bit of dark essence set itself against the gray Flamorian, and he's going to cast Healing Word.
I guess that makes sense.
It's not going to be that much.
It's obviously a divine soul sorcerer.
Oh, I rolled max. It heals an amount that you don't know.
Yeah, that'd be weird if we did.
Mm-hmm.
6 or something.
On a scale from 1 to whatever the Fomorian's max HP
Yeah.
is.
So dumb. He's going to use his action, however, to do something different. Ooh, scary. He's going to take a deep, bellowing breath and loose an intensely loud and piercing wail. I need everyone within 300 feet, which is all of you, to make charisma saving throws.
Is this magic?
Damn it.
Yes.
How does a 9 treat you?
9, unfortunately, that is going to fail.
Are you sure?
I got a 10.
15.
10 fails.
My phone's dying at an alarming rate also.
Interesting.
This is
I got a 15.
15 saves.
Jesus Christ. This is a spell, right?
This is not a spell.
This is not
a
a spell.
magical effect.
Okay, well then I got a natural 1 plus some shit.
Gotcha. So everyone but Luxian fails. Let's see if... Yeah, no. Moonhand fails. As you all hear this retching noise pierce your ears, you can hear the vile incantations of whatever spirit that Grey Thumb is evoking, and you are all frightened for a minute.
Fact.
Big fact. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. It is within all of your line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That is going to be...
Is that it? Do they have like disadvantage on attacks or anything?
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
Yep. And that's it. While you're in line of sight of the creature. So if you moved, in a position where you can't see them, then you're good. So that's going to be the end of Grey Thumb's turn. Moonhand is scared shitless, and he is going to move tangentially towards you guys over there, behind the tree. Yeah, just
This
all of his
way?
movement. Yep, all of his movement. So that's like
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, perfect. Then he is going to attempt to use... He's going to use Healing Word on... he's too far out of range for you guys. We can't get closer, unfortunately. He's going to use Healing Word on you, Luxian. You recover 5 points of health. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Misha, it is your turn.
Can I go, holy fucking shit, and fireball again?
Yeah, go for it. Where would you like to go?
Same spot.
Same spot, yeah? Alrighty, so...
I'm going to kill the gray one.
You scream as loud as you can, and you focus your energy just above Grey Thumb, so you're not looking at him, and you fire off this fireball. Grey Thumb, dexterity, natural 20.
That saves.
Fomorian, fucking 7. Other Fomorian is a 13.
13 fails.
Gotcha, both of them fail.
I realized I only rolled 66 last time, instead of 86, but that's fine. So 33 or 16.
33 or 16. As you fire off this fireball and it erupts around them, it engulfs all three of them, and you can just barely see the sort of top parts of the torsos of the Fomorians as they wail and just sort of reach out towards the sky and put their hands on their face and scream in pain as the fireball engulfs their bodies and eats away and chars their flesh as they begin to fall into the erupting explosion. Both of them fall onto the ground. Blood trickles down their mouth as they are both felled in the middle of gnarl root.
God damn.
Hell yeah.
Grey Thumb, as the smoke clears, takes a step forward, buckles on his knee, grabs at something at its chest, holds out his hand. Hold. And seems to hold up in a surrendering sort of gesture. That is the end of your turn, Misha?
Yeah.
Alright. May, it is your turn. Both Fomorians have fallen charred dead onto the ground. Chief Grey Thumb, what would you like to do?
I'm going to get up
Yep.
because I've been on the ground for so long.
Your legs are asleep.
And I still have
For my pins and needles.
I have 20 feet of movement. I'm gonna go over to Grey Thumb.
Okay.
And if it's not enough, I'll use my haste action.
It's just
to dash.
Gotcha.
So what I'm really doing is I'm like grappling him, but the whole point is that I'm just restraining him. To
Gotcha.
Make sure, like as part of the surrender, like we're taking him
Yeah.
hostage, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I guess a grapple check if he's
Gotcha.
gonna fight it.
You walk up to him and you attempt to grapple him. He sort of just like cowers and lets it happen.
Cool. I guess I'm just like holding his arms behind his back.
Sure. You go to move his arms behind his back, and you just sort of like hold them there, and he drops the staff onto the ground.
And I'm just gonna whisper in his ear real quick.
I swear to God, if this doesn't turn back, I will do whatever I can to make your death painful.
Donnie, it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
Myself. Basically, it's an ongoing effect where I can, as a bonus action, I can heal someone.
Mm-hmm.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's me.
Fomorians are dead. Luxian, is there anything you'd like to do?
No.
Swap us to
I guess.
Anguish.
Well, I'm gonna prep
Anguish.
another banishment spell in case he pulls some shit,
Gotcha.
and that's it.
All right.
And just like cautiously move closer.
Sounds good.
Does someone want to grab this staff?
Moonhand walks up and picks up the staff off the ground. The spell is definitely dissipated at this point. I have good, and sort of holds it out, but just like in a I'm keeping it away from him right now, but
Yeah.
not keeping it. You know what I mean? Kind of situation. Grey Thumb just sort of with his hands behind his back. Who are you?
We are travelers who happen to be in the right place at the right time, and you are a problem.
I feed my people. Keep them safe. Protect. Are you with the usurpers. And looks at Moonhand.
That sounds about right. Yeah, we are.
They help us. You hurt us. I lead us.
Not anymore.
What do you do to me?
I'll look to Moonhand. I think that's kind of up to you.
He should die for what he did.
Maybe he doesn't have to, though. Lux is gonna step forward, and May is still grappling him, right?
I'm just like holding his hands behind his back. It's not like a full grapple, but it's just making sure that he can't do anything somatically or run away.
Lux, so kind of like the same thing that Lux tried to do to save Roscoe, he's gonna try to, I guess, like push Judd out of the chief. Using like the life transference. You know what I mean, Sal?
Sure. You walk up to Grey Thumb and you place your hand on their chest, and
I think in this moment, Lux is specifically going to be like thinking about the dream from last night, and I guess it's almost like a prayer or service to Moon through this that he's trying to accomplish.
Okay. You go ahead and cast life transference. I'd like you to roll a D100 for me, please, as your Taji Chaos Surge.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
I would
Well,
like
it might not be bad.
17 on the D100.
It's a low number.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's true. The aging effect was pretty high, wasn't it? I think it was like 87 or something like that.
As you attempt to cast the life transference onto Grey Thumb, you feel your body sort of lighten for a moment, and you all see Luxian sort of levitate up into the air, and he and just disappears.
Holy shit! Can I go over to Moonhand and say I'm gonna Misty Step down because I'm way up on the bridge.
Sure.
Misty Step down. Can I go up to Moonhand and just say, do you mind if I take a look at the staff for a minute?
I'm gonna look from Donnie to Misha.
Because
was that supposed to happen? Is that the magic thing that he was doing?
I'm very confused. There's very crazy magics here. I just want to look at staff and figure out what we are dealing with, maybe.
Okay. Hands it over to you.
Do you have Identify prepared?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have this one.
I do
So,
make staff.
Misha, this is almost a catchphrase from him at this point. Just says, "Give me 10 minutes."
Gotcha. As you begin to prepare your ritual for Identify, Grey Thumb just sort of slumps back. What will you do?
Well, I'm going to tie you up real quick.
And I take out my rope and just start like around his hands.
It's not even that tight.
I'll turn to Moonhand. This might be a weird question. I think I kind of already know the answer. But do y'all have some kind of like criminal justice system, or like what's the protocol here?
I don't understand.
Right. What do you normally do with people? Like, do you have what do you do with people in your settlement who break the law?
He just sort of looks over at Moonhand. Not a problem until He left. All who hear me listen. Here in Narut.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys. It kind of seems like y'all are going to need some kind of new system here, whether that's a new person in charge or... I mean, I could give you some advice about governments, but like...
Who needs them? You know what I mean?
Don't worry about Lux! We're setting up a new criminal justice system!
I don't know what's going on with Lux. We can deal with that. But as far as... I mean, whoever is going to be in charge of your place now, I think they should be the one who decides what happens to your former king.
Moonhand walks up, reaches in between the sort of garments that Grey Thumb wears and grasps at something around their neck, just at the top of their chest, and pulls forward and rips a bit of some sort of a necklace on the edge, or on the end of it. You see that there is some sort of a jagged, bright red crystal. This makes king. Chief.
I feel like you should be identifying that instead of the stuff.
I was thinking the same thing.
I maybe wouldn't grab that just yet. It seems like it's important to their culture. Well,
I must thank you. We will give you many gifts. Follow. He turns and begins to walk towards the garden.
I'm gonna throw Shit Thumb over my shoulder.
Okay.
And be like, guys, I mean, should someone wait here in case Lux comes back?
yeah, probably. I can wait up here if you want.
Okay.
Do I mean, I don't know if Arcana check would even tell me anything about what happened.
Yeah, you have no fucking
Okay, fair
idea.
enough. Weird
begin-
shit happens around you people.
It's very true. You begin to walk forward towards the garden as Moonhand steps into it and plucks out one of the small fruits, and he holds the necklace over by it, and it begins to glow a bright red. Hey. Same.
Oh, actually, at some point haste should wear off, and I should probably be in.
Yeah, you just...
as we're walking, as I go to the garden, and I said something about that, I think I freeze him like,
Just collapse.
Okay, maybe I'll wait here.
and I,
Yeah, so you can go with him. Plus you,
As you all sort of look about your surroundings and the dust sort of settles, you see dozens and dozens of pairs of small yellow eyes, small faces poke themselves out of the trees and the homes all around you as the denizens of Narut Village begin to finally reemerge and take a look at the scene before them. Your companions Luxian and Taj have disappeared, and that's where we will end the session today. So, we will see you all next week on Wednesday with a returning Jenna, hopefully a returning Taj and Luxian, we shall see.
Yeah.
And we have hopefully a special little treat in between, hopefully in between the sessions from now and next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm planning on having a special little one-on-one live stream session with Jenna to see what exactly Taj got up to in the times. The times, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I love that sound. In the times in between when Taj disappeared and hopefully when they come back. So Thank you very much for joining us this evening. This has been a little dicey D&D, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.